There's no picture of me on there, right? I just hit go live. It says I'm live. It says I'm live right now, but I'm still getting nothing out of my headphones. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Can't hear nothing. I can hear you. Yep. I know, but I can't hear anything, bro. Is what I'm telling you. There's nothing. My mic is not up. I'm trying to figure out why. I can't hear nothing. Nothing's coming out of my headphones. Oh, you guys can hear me? Peter, you guys can hear me? Floyd? How am I going to do this if I can't hear my own audio? Okay, you can hear my voice, but I can't hear anybody. I can't hear anything out of here. I can't tell how my tone sounds or anything. All right, I guess I'm just going to start talking then. I don't know what else to do. All right, I'm pulling my earbud out. Thanks, man. All right. I'll try. All right, guys. So I know you can hear me right now, but I can't hear anything. I can't get any of my... I can't hear anything in the headphones right now. I don't know why there's no audio. I spent all day setting this up so it would be like looking professional. And no matter what screen I go to, it's showing my mic. It's showing the gains all the way up. I mean, it's almost touching red. But there's just nothing coming back into my headphones. Damn it. All right, who do we got here? Let's see. Joe, Jeff, Peter, Floyd. I saw that Alina was there earlier. I saw Airman can't come tonight. Stacy, hey. Joe. I sound fine. All right. I guess I'm going to have to live with it this way then, I guess. I can't hear myself, and that's like the worst thing. All right. I guess I'm just going to start talking. What would happen if I just took my headphones off? Like they're going to miraculously turn on all of a sudden. All right, guys, what's up? How is everyone tonight? How many people do we have? 23. Nice. Use the force. I should use the force. I wish I had some force powers. I could use them right now. Guys, what's up? All right, so I put that Lou picture in my thumbnail from last night's video. What is everybody saying out there? Because I've been working on this all day today. Are people saying that AMC is over and we need to start working on a new play? Is that? I mean, what is this rhetoric that's flying around? I just don't understand. Since when is AMC done? And I'm talking to you, chat. How are we at $15 right now and AMC is done? How is that possible? Nice. Everyone's caught up on Boba. Can't wait for Tuesday. Joe, we said no, that's not it. What do you mean that's not it? Waiting on Gary for the MOAS? Guys. Gary Gensler does not... I don't even think he might not even think about retail once a week. Gary Gensler is beholden to no one but Goldman Sachs. No one is saying AMC is done. Really? No one is saying that. All right, let's see. No one is saying AMC is done. I believe you. All right, guys, hang on one second. I worked for 8 hours today setting this up, so I want to make sure everything looks good and we're good to go. All right. I'm gonna play a little video clip to make sure we can get video and audio on what I'm pulling from my main screen. So Let's see. Let me just play something, anything for right now, just to get it going. Let me see if this pops up. Can you guys let me know in the chat if you hear this when it plays?
Superstar Keith Thurman is back, and he's taking on former champion Mario Barrios. This live. What a fight! Live on pay.
Yeah, Joe, I'm ready to freak out. Were you guys able to hear that music? Okay, nice. All right. Give me 1 second. This audio thing just threw me for a loop, man. It was like literally 20 minutes before I was about to jump on. All right. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to talk to the mic right now for a second. Let me see what everyone's saying here. Yes, 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 yes. All right, you guys can all hear everything? Good, that's good. All right, that's what I need to make sure of. It just sucks I cannot hear myself. And taking off the headphones, at least I can block out sound if I have the headphones in, but the fact that I sound so muffled right now, it just sounds terrible. It sounds so bad. 51 watching. Awesome, guys. Thank you. All right. So no one believes the play is over. All right. I get that. I understand. So can someone explain to me then what is the thought process behind these videos the last couple of days? What do these mean? Let's see. AMC is over. Squeeze coming. Fake DD. AMC DEFCON warnings. AMC DEFCON plan. Facebook Judgment Day. What is going on? What did I miss? Nothing to like yet. What are you talking about? Like, wasn't the whole I thought the whole purpose of these videos was supposedly that now with this SEC transparency that Gary put in this week that we're going to see some type of price action. I mean, why are we still talking about other plays right now? First of all, who has money for other plays? I know personally, I don't have. I mean, guys, this has been going on for over a year now. I mean, people are tapped out. I am broke. How are we finding money for other plays? And what's with zombie stocks like Sears? You're going to take a shot at buying a 30-cent stock to hope what? It goes up 20 cents? What type of investment advice is this? I don't get it. He believes the squeeze is upon us. He's been saying that since June. It's right around the corner. Life after AMC, life after next week. You name the title. There's been at least 100 of them. It is fun, but I go through and I read the comments and I see how people are confused. They don't understand. He's talking about going on a vacation and a party with everyone. Where's everyone getting their spending money from? I mean, I just don't understand the logic behind all of it. I really don't. I know the shorts haven't covered, so what are we talking about? When Lou mentioned Clove, I unsubbed to him. He mentioned Clove on June 8th. We ran up. That double up we had was on June 3rd. 5 days after AMC eclipsed $70 for the first time in its history. 5 days later, Lou makes a Monday morning Clove video. Why on God's earth would you draw any attention away from AMC? And if this squeeze is right around the corner, as it supposedly is, Why are we even talking about other plays? Wouldn't we want to be loading up with as much as possible when the stock's $15? Why are we talking about Sears or any other stock? I don't understand. Tony D's in the house. Yo, Tony. I did text. I texted you back, my friend. Oh, you were, Tony? You know what? See, that might be a good idea, but I don't know if you're ready or not yet. But I can't. I have no audio on my headphones, so it sucks. I noticed. Alina says, I notice people are losing faith in the play. Many YouTubers are probably alleged and hypothetically being paid to distract us or get us to sell FUD everywhere. No one's done that to me. I don't have enough followers to have anyone trying to approach me yet. So you guys don't have to worry about me. I'm good. I don't have enough influence. Yeah, I think a lot of people are getting frustrated. I think a lot of YouTubers have mentally and possibly physically checked out. And that sucks, you know. I mean, from what I understand, Matt Kors is completely done with AMC. They won't even let him talk about it in the live stream. Trey still talks about it a little bit here and there. I think he's more, although I did hear about the 100,000, but I think he's more in this now for my main reason. I had an objective when I first bought this stock, and now my whole game plan's completely changed. All the stuff that we've been able to find out and uncover. Yeah, I'm not. There's no way I would sell my stock now. I would rather have them bury me with my iPhone. And then it dumped. Lou is paid to move us out of AMC cheap. Joel, yeah, man. His numbers go down every week. But remember, back last year, he was telling us all year long, every 2 weeks the numbers go up. Now it's 12 to 14,000. Then for the last month, all of a sudden now it's going back the other way. We're going back down when we have more people buying and retail holds more of the float. How is that possible? You're asking the same question I've been asking. Still waiting on answers. Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand. I mean, he's got 86,000 subscribers. That AMC DEF CON Batman signal video got almost 70,000 views because he thought the metaverse was going to crash the market on Friday, and AMC ended up green. Boston Strong, the AMC play has been stressing you out. Bro, you have no idea. You have no idea. That money with AC, whatever he talks about. I know. Yeah, I saw Trey's video the other day. He said he was going to be talking about the overall market more, and I think that's good. Look, guys, there are a few things that we have identified, such as payment for order flow, dark pool trading, algorithmic trading. We've identified a few problems, right? But those really can't be fixed unless we start at the top. Gary Gensler, why would Gary Gensler go running after the big banks that he's been friends with for all these years? Why would he? For you, he doesn't know you. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know us. Why would Gary Gensler stick his neck out on the line for us and have all of the major hedge funds, all of the major banks, everyone that has to report to the SEC hating Gary Gensler? Why? What are we doing for Gary Gensler? We can't clean up the market, Joel. No, we can't. You are 100% right, Joel. And I can't say anything about it right now, but there are other things that we can do. And I've been talking, I don't know, for the last couple of months about getting proactive and how we can get proactive. And honestly, I think we're going to have to start doing something other than just buying and holding and talking about it and discussing it. We need to get real about where the underlying issues are in the market right now. What would fix payment for order flow besides you guys moving to a platform that offers you direct to the exchange? What other ways are there? It's only through legislation. The only way we're going to get this done is through legislation. And there's probably zero representatives in Congress right now who would actually be forced to submit some type of a bill that they could look at to say, well, here are some of the things that the SEC came up with in the GameStop report that probably could take a looking at, and maybe we need to make some changes to policy. That's possible, right? But the people who are there now, all these, people who have been there for 40, 30, 20 years, who have already met, they've been getting paid by lobbyists for years now. They're not all of a sudden going to go out and try to pass legislation to screw over their biggest donors. So I think this is going to be something that is going to take new blood. I truly believe that we're going to need to get new blood in there, and we're going to need to get someone to guarantee us that they will submit legislation if we can help get them elected. Now, I know it sounds crazy. And honestly, I told you guys the other night, if you were watching, I've never voted before. So this whole thing is completely new to me. I think I was registered like 20 years ago in California as a Democrat. I swear to God. I think when I went out to college, they came to the school and they were looking for people from out of state to sign them up for the DNC in California. And so you could transfer over. And I do remember that was the year Schwarzenegger ran. So that gives you a date on me. But yeah, so I've never voted before. But there is something up here. There's something called the Free State of New Hampshire. And it's basically, there's some people up here who are running for Congress who have some unique ideas about change and an overhaul of the congressional seats. And we have an election coming up in 10 months, 9 months, that possibly could flip the House and the Senate. So it's not something I really wanted to get into, but if we could find one politician that we would make it so that we would only get them elected if they were going to guarantee us that they would get this legislation at least submitted to be looked at by Congress. Guys, I have zero faith in Gary Gensler. I've watched so many things happen since 2008, and I mean, the only reason why we're in this situation right now is because of what happened in January with GameStop. I mean, this would have just continued to go on. It would have continued to go on. Retail would have continued to get hammered. And I understand that we are, big right now. Retail is a huge, huge market, but we aren't stronger than the hedge funds. I hear people say that. I don't believe that. I don't. We don't have unlimited capital. Look how strong we were from January to June, and then look at June to December. It's like two totally different scenarios, completely different. Like the first 6 months didn't even happen. We basically flipped 6 months. We went from 6 to 70, and then back down to 15. Overturn the government and start over. We got to do something, man. We at least have to start getting a narrative going about that, getting a narrative that Wall Street is broken. I mean, it's broken. For retail investors out there, it is broken. Do I think Jose says, Massalorian, do you still think Trey has an open position? Yeah, he just bought 100,000 shares. Yeah, I did hear that. Yep. Wall Street was designed for the 1%. Yeah, Brad, think about it. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. I told you guys, I recommended to you guys to watch it, but the public broadcast, PBS broadcast on the power of the Fed, and the guys that were talking there that used to be in the Fed, basically said this quantitative easing that they started implementing since 2008, they knew before they implemented it, it was not going to trickle down to the middle class or lower class. They knew it was going into the bank system and getting flushed away. None of it was ever going to see the light of day to anyone who actually needed it. I mean, it's like one of the biggest heists in U.S. history, basically. I mean, they stole trillions of tax dollars that myself and you guys and our children are going to have to pay back while they partied for the last 10 years to the tune of 29 trillion effing dollars. That's insane. They had to bail out all the mortgage companies but not the homeowners. Like, they gave the mortgage companies all the money when they could have just said to the homeowners, here's the money we're giving to the bank so you can stay in your home. How about that? No vote in your primary election. Should be next month or so. Download your sample ballot. It's on the ballot in November. So, I have a meeting on Wednesday. This is kind of under wraps right now, but I have a meeting on Wednesday with someone, and Wednesday morning, and someone that you possibly could have seen on YouTube or some platform. She was on in the last week. I'm just going to say she was on a top 10 podcast in the last week. And I spoke with her the other day. She was getting on a plane to fly back here. And I told her what was going on, who I was, our grievances. And I'm meeting with her Wednesday morning. And I will know Wednesday morning whether or not she's going to be down. So I do have a question, and I think maybe I'll put a poll. Maybe I should put a poll in the channel. Well, I don't know if you guys saw it. All right, so yeah, let me put a poll down. I'm curious to know what you guys think is the first and foremost problem with the market. What would be the number one thing on your list as far as things that need to be fixed? Because I want to come up with like 3 or 4 major things that I can pin on her to say, this is what we want, X, Y, Z demands, and see what you can do. All right, so let me see. Any price prediction for brackets? Family Narain, I don't give price predictions. Look, man, I bought back in the spring. I bought a ton of shares so I could sell on the way up, and I could make sure I got my original investment back, make some profits, and then send some shares to the moon to see how high they go. So I'm gonna get some shares out at probably the high 3 digits, some shares after 4 digits, and then I'll probably let a quarter of them. I'm probably gonna do a third, and a third. I'm probably gonna sell a third in the high hundreds, a third in the high thousands, and I'll let the rest ride. But I did that on purpose. That was my strategy. All right, dark pool abuse. I agree. Dark pool abuse has got to be number one. They are using the dark pool to put retailers' orders through. It's crazy. Dark pools at number one. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. Dark pool abuse. All right. PFOF. Yep. And guys, like I always say, you can be proactive with PFOF. Robinhood and Webull are not holding you hostage. You know, back in September, I was saying I was nervous about transferring to Fidelity because I was afraid I was going to miss the squeeze. Can you imagine? Institutional reporting needs to be, yeah. All right. Swaps, okay. Synthetic shares, dark pools, conflict of interest. With the Senate, with the Congress. I still can't believe that the vice president of the Federal Reserve had to step down because he was caught trading, inside trading. The vice president of the money printers is corrupt. Like, if we can't trust them, SEC, Hayden, you think the SEC is doing their job? Settlement times. Thanks, William. Settlement times, yep. Media, yeah, Lena, good luck with that. That's what, listen, I truly believe deep down inside that some of us that are in this kind of generation right now, between like maybe, I would say 30 and 55, somewhere in there, or 25 to 55, mainstream media they are in their last breath right now. I really believe that. If you look at the numbers, the Nielsen ratings, they are horrendous. Joe Rogan's getting 11 million downloads a day. CNN is getting about 1/10 of that. Mainstream media is slowly and surely going the way of the dodo. So it's going to take independent journalists to be keeping up with things and trying to inform people on what's going on. This platform might not last forever. I mean, you guys know I've had my issues with YouTube because of them striking my video, and they're saying it was COVID misinformation when it wasn't. They were mad because I played a B-roll of Democratic politicians last year saying if Trump is still the president, they will not take the vaccine that the FDA puts out. Kamala Harris, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Cuomo, and Biden all said, I don't trust Trump or Trump's FDA. And they all said, I'm not taking it. Now, in case you're wondering, in 2001, when Biden took over, he didn't change everyone that was working at the FDA, put in a whole bunch of new scientists to come up with a new vaccine. It's the same one that was under Operation Warp Speed with Trump. But as soon as Biden was in office, now it's okay. Same formula, same administration. Yeah, Hayden, SEC not doing their job. It's the biggest problem, probably. It's probably the number one thing. Gary Gensler is feckless. And I understand that, he's got a lot of friends down there. And I'm sure he's going to be getting nice, speaking engagement fees when he's done at the SEC. But your job, Gary, is to enforce securities. That's your only thing we need you to do. And like we talked about with the blockchain, he was doing a class at MIT. He was teaching a class at MIT about it 4 years ago, saying how other countries are implementing blockchain technology for exactly this reason. No more shorts and algorithmic trading. We need the media attention on it, Floyd says. Floyd, I don't think we're getting any more media attention. I think the buzz has worn off. It's going to take something very drastic to get some more media attention. But maybe maybe we can get that through an election. Maybe that can be something that's brought to the forefront. Say, I'm running on this issue because I know 4 million retailers out there who are constituents of this country that are getting screwed right now. And maybe that's how we can drum up some attention to get to mainstream media. Because if there's speaking engagements and stuff like that where the person who's running is coming out and saying, look, I'm doing this because I want to keep inflation down. The economy is a mess. The Federal Reserve is out of control. If we can have somebody running on that platform, which is what I'm meeting about on Wednesday, then it would be nice. It would be nice. Yeah, Hayden, ridiculous fines. They haven't been working. They've been trying it since the 70s. No fines have put any hedge funds out of business or banks. Think about how much money you would have to make to get a $400 million fine. Yeah, Floyd, yeah, DC's right. There's literally how many YouTube channels? Chad, I'm curious. How many YouTube channels are covering AMC right now out there? What would you have to guess? Would you say it's over 100? I'm curious. I think it's under, but I'm curious what you guys think. Do you think there's 100 AMC channels out there? And when I say AMC channels, I mean like Jeff Forbes would be AMC, Ranch. Too many YouTubers are bad-mouthing AMC CEO Adam Aaron. Short Cheese Channel. Tony D had and Froggy Styles did every day. Mr. 5% was so bad. Brenda, what were they saying? I mean, I know Tony was mad because AA had sold those shares in December, and I get why. He feels like he didn't deserve that money. I mean, that's debatable. I mean, that's Tony's opinion. He's entitled to that. You guys know I'm like big about everyone being able to keep their own opinions, but yeah, I guess those two camps are completely split, huh? Some people love Adam Aaron, and some people cannot stand him. I guess I'm kind of in the middle. I think he's done a lot of good things, but my biggest gripe with him was jumping those 20 million shares when we ran up in June. That completely destroyed all the momentum we had, all the FOMO we had built up. I mean, guys, remember that? Remember those couple days? I don't know how many of you guys got in before that, but for you out there, for you guys out there who were in before the run up, that was a real exciting time, man. I thought we were headed right to 100, and then that was going to be it. It was going to be like GameStop all over again. And then hearing that news in the morning, man, that was devastating. Because I knew they weren't supposed to put those shares out there. I knew. More than 100, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, it's got to be, right? How do you guys go through and pick who you're going to subscribe to? Like, I couldn't even imagine trying to follow, like, even more than a dozen. I probably watch about, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8, 9 guys, maybe possibly, at the most. Let me see. Actually, no, there's more than that. I guess I follow 27, so... Yeah, I guess I follow 27, so I guess it is a lot. All right. Well, by the way, has anyone checked out Lou's website? Does anyone know what the what his website is called? You pick who you follow by their content. Nice. Is Tony Gennaro back in here? I am big on Adam Aaron. Never had. No, I didn't say that, Tony. I think we both agreed that he didn't deserve to get to sell all those shares at the end. He didn't earn all that money. We earned that for him. Hold on, guys. I just there we go. Okay. Guys, hang on 1 second. Okay. Yeah, I saw the meme of KG with the gas. Yeah, that was funny. Yep. I thought the AMC was supposed to hold their shares. So, Real Rugged, Aaron announced back in September when he did that interview with Melissa Lee on CNBC that he was definitely going to get rid of a bunch of his shares, that he had to diversify his portfolio. He was getting up there in the age of 67. And, like, listen, I get all that. I do. I understand. And, you know, we could have sold too. I mean, we could have sold back then and at $41 a share. And, you know, you'd be out right now, but, you know, I at least I'd still have a couple bucks in the bank. I follow 30. Wow. Tony, wait, what's this here? Tony said what? Tony D said you talk bad. Yeah, Tony knows why I'm mad at Aaron. He knows about June 4th and those 20 million shares that weren't allocated by retail. We never gave him permission to give those shares out to Mudrick. He should have never touched those shares. Those weren't for him to throw out in the open market. I'm gonna show you guys this, because a lot of people have said that I'm making that up when I say that. I've had enough of it. Let's see, AMC. Let's see. Stock. So I'm trying to find the paperwork from May that AMC released when Aaron was asking for those 20 million shares. I'm going to try to find it. Hang on 1 sec. Let me see. And I know it sucks with the airtime down, guys, like without me talking. So I'll try to talk at the same time. But A, I can't hear myself in the headphones. And B, it's hard to do 4 things at once. But I'm going to try to find this. AMC stock. Okay. Okay, so yeah, here's the article right here. Let me pull it up. Let me get rid of myself. And this. Boom. Okay. And let me pull the screen up. Yeah, here it is. Okay, guys. So here, this is published Thursday, June 3rd. Updated Friday, June 4th. All right, 25 million shares. This is right after Trey's interview. Remember, Adam Aaron had to come on with Trey that night, I think because we all freaked out that he dumped all those shares on the market. And we fell from pre-market at 72 and change down to $61 by the time 9:30 rolled around and the bell rung. It says here, Collins asked Aaron to clarify the company's dealings with Mudrick Capital, its outstanding share count, and short sellers who are betting against AMC. All right, so let me go down here. I did have it highlighted. I saw a purple highlight, and then now it's gone. All right, let's see. All right, so here it is. In the last week, AMC has sold 20 million shares in two desperate deals, generating around $800 million in cash. Can you guys see this? Should I bring it up better? Bring it up bigger for you? Hold on. How's that? And I'll close this again. There we go. All right. Okay, so the first transaction involved Mudrick Capital. So that was, I believe, first thing in the morning. They got either 8 or 11. I forget how it went. Oh, yeah, 11.5 and 7.5. That's right. The latest stock sale trading, Aaron said the 20 million shares were initially intended to be given to AMC's upper management, but the company decided to sell the stock to strengthen the company. Between these two transactions, we raised over $800 million in cash, not to line my pocket or anybody who works at AMC, but to put that in the treasury. And at the time, I was kind of torn on it. I was like, all right, this is great because we just picked up $800 million, but the stock dropped just $10, and now we're 40 away from 100 instead of 20. Aaron said AMC had been using stock sales to raise funds for months, and without these additional shares, the company would not have avoided bankruptcy. Bullshit. That's false. They were not in jeopardy of bankruptcy in June. They were not. Aaron pointed out to the sale of 200 million shares in December, for which the company garnered $844 million. So this is where that controversy comes up sometimes when they say that we didn't save AMC. Retail was not the savior of AMC. The reason why they say that is because of what Adam Aaron said here. Because Mudrick gave them that 844 in December of 2020, they felt like they need to pay them back. And Adam Aaron came out that day on Trey's video, on Trey's interview, and said this was to get Mudrick back for helping us. But they gave Mudrick 11 million shares at $60 a pop, but retail held. Because he knew we weren't going to approve those shares for the corporate. He knew those weren't happening. So this says, well, guys, we were going to keep them for ourselves, but now, look, we just added more money to the war chest. Yeah, and you knocked my stock down $15 a share. The single act of diluting shares saved the company and made the company a stronger company. AMC sold 43 million shares in May, netting $428 million in cash. That was us. In our view, yes, we were aware that we would dilate in the share count, but in our view, that $428 million is cash greatly strengthened AMC. All right. The shareholders should authorize more shares, Aaron said, because this could be very valuable to build this company going forward and grow this company forward. So we have a $2 billion war chest, right? Do we have any idea how much of that's been spent since in the last 6 to 8 months? What is AMC doing with that war chest? Why aren't we making any big moves with it? Let me see here. I thought Lou hated selling merch. Oh, yeah, I saw the other day he had a shirt on that said, just Lou it. I did see that. Close this. Ciao. Close this channel full of negativity. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, DCL. How many shares you have? 3? See you later. Yeah, bro, we've been holding this play for a year now. I've been getting on this mic and this camera for 10 months. I'm not being negative. I'm not being negative. This right here was not authorized by retail. I'm sorry. We didn't give them permission to sell these shares. We just didn't. And those 20 million shares took us right. That FOMO got sucked right out of the room. We lost all that FOMO. Sucks. All right, let me find that paperwork for you guys. Let me get some chat down. Go to corporate office, sit down. I am in game. Joe, yeah, I'm wondering what I know the Nicole Kidman thing. What was that? $3 million, I think they paid her. $3 million. We got $2 billion. That was $3 million. We got $2 billion. Find out on earnings day. A's out of ideas. Does anyone know if they have a date on the popcorn yet? Like when it'll be hitting shelves? This sucks so bad not being able to hear myself. BLF Hemp says, I think a token is coming. Gotta have to fund the token. Money to fund the token. Yeah, I mean, if they're saving it for something big that we don't know about, that is under wraps right now, I hope so. I hope they have some kind of something in the works. I really do. Yeah, I know. I didn't know I was going to start a YouTube channel, though, out of necessity, because there was going to be 900 people putting out AMC to $120 this week. AMC to $1,000, $1,100 this Friday. AMC to $900, says Joe Biden. Nancy Pelosi buys 10 shares. It was getting out of control. And I had too much money invested to just sit back and listen. I gotta get active. All right, let me get up here. Massalorian, do you think he has big news coming soon with that war chest? Yeah, Joe, I don't know. I hope so. I really, really hope so. It would be nice if he did. That's for sure. Like, besides, I don't know how much the popcorn business would, I don't know how much the popcorn, how much you need to start a popcorn business, but I mean, they must have a lot of the facilities right now and the infrastructure already, right? So it shouldn't be a huge undertaking. Besides getting some trucks to get routes. And good luck with that right now. You can't find a truck. I can't find milk within a mile of my house right now. Can't find milk. Had to go 2 towns over. Susan says, I think the popcorn, it was said, would be late this year in grocery stores. Okay, so later this year. All right. Yeah, seriously. How many videos have you seen said squeeze is coming tomorrow? Must hear tomorrow, before tomorrow morning. Must hear tonight before you go to bed. Must hear before pre-market. I mean, it was getting ridiculous. Every channel that came across my TV was some type of clickbait. I was able to find 3 or 4 guys that were doing actual DD, like, you know, Charlie and Wrench, or someone that was doing technical analysis. Like I told you guys about AutoBit back in February, who did all those Reddit posts about the Citadel has no clothes and House of Cards 1 and 2. Those reports, and Susan Trimbaugh's book. So there wasn't a ton of people out there actually, you know, they were pulling a Thomas James and reading someone else's Reddit post in between 2 commercials and a promotion. Check my Twitter. Hang on, guys. Oh, yeah. I'm surprised I caught that, T. Well, I really hate... I don't even have a shortcut to Twitter. That's how much I hate it. I gotta type it in. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, the coin would be huge. And maybe the reason he hasn't spoken on it more is because That's what they're working on, ultimately. AMC Bigham's only true ape YouTuber. Relax, calm down, and chill. AMC Bigham's is the only true ape. House of Cards was... Yeah, Alina, House of Cards was amazing, right? It was crazy. Did you read Susan Trimbaugh's book, Alina? DC, are you a paid shill? You act like one. Floyd, you wouldn't be saying that if I was standing there right now. I promise you that, brother. People get really tough on these keyboards. It's funny. Why don't you start a channel, Floyd, and we'll do a debate. Let's see. Funny how to default to name calling on those. You see me for what I am, Floyd? I'm just going to smile. I have a very short fuse. Ask my last microphone and boom. What happened to them? All right. Let's see. United We Stand, guys. Yeah, Alina. Did you? Oh, I meant to ask you, Alina. Did you read that? Hey, Pam. Oh, Floyd. I thought you were talking about me, man. My bad. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. What do you think? I'm on here for the likes? Oh, I'm not getting paid for this. Thomas Shelby. Who's Thomas Shelby? Isn't he an old author who writes like history books? Or is that John Shelby? Thomas Shelby. No one told me I look like him before. I've heard Jason Veritek when I used to have a lot of facial hair. That's funny. The last person I was just looking up was Thomas Honig, the Federal Reserve Chair for Kansas City. Oh, this guy? No, because our eyes are crazy different. We have the same haircut, though. Should I put a picture up? Hold on. Oh, he's the guy from Peaky Blinders, right? Yeah. This guy? Yeah. Yeah, no, he got totally different eyes. He's got stronger cheekbones than me. Actually, yeah, jawbone than me, jawline. Yeah. Maybe if I lost 10 pounds. If AMC keeps going down, I don't think I'll I'll be eating for a while. All right, let me go back. Yeah. Yeah, Peaky Blinders, good show, right? Wasn't he in one of the Batmans too? Wasn't he a villain in one of the Batmans? Like one of the first Batmans, I believe. Susan saying, I think it took Mike Burry 2 years on the short, right? Yeah. Yep. 2 years. And then that day just finally came. That day just finally came. Remember how mad he was getting? He was freaking out. I bet he thought he was going to lose all this money for his fund. I mean, that could have ruined him, you know? But, man, that went the other way quick. Oh, yeah. Alina, check it out. Susan Trimbaugh's book. It's really good. I don't think I have. No, I don't have it here. Nope. I'm trying to remember the name of it now. Trying to think where it is. It might actually be in my backpack. This is it right here, guys. So this is Susan Trimbaugh. Oh, there was a picture of her. I don't know what happened. But Naked, Short, and Greedy, Wall Street's Failure to Deliver. And this book was written, I believe, I want to say late 2000s. Where's the date here? It should say like a date on it somewhere. I can't see a date here anywhere, and you know what? I have no idea where that would be in Amazon. No clue. But yeah, Naked, Short, and Greedy, Wall Street's Failure to Deliver. Yeah, good book. Good book. And really, you can go back through her book and see how long this has been happening, how many people have gone and done what we did. But before, it was never organized. It was never on social media. You know, it wasn't a bunch of apes who all were thinking the same thing and went and did something together. You know, we're like I believe we're like the online, we're like online Occupy pretty much, I think. And how did they destroy Occupy? They turned the people on each other. Apezilla says, Massa, I'm waiting for a deep dive on that vid. Apezilla, you gotta tell me what a deep dive on what, bro. Queen says, I will unsub because I'm towards Adam. I hate that. I really like you, Mass. I'm sorry, Brenda, but yeah, they didn't have permission to sell those shares. They had to put those to the shareholders. We were supposed to vote on it. And I understand that he felt like he owed Mudrick that money because, look, truth be said, Mudrick saved AMC, not retail. Retail padded their accounts, but Mudrick did save AMC. I mean, Adam Aaron was doing probably the just thing in his mind. But, you know, why would you do that on the highest day AMC has ever gotten? We were at $72. Now you want to hand Mudrick $660 million? What about retail? Like, is there any other way they could have helped Mudrick down the line once we had squeezed? Like, that sucks, Brenda, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of what they did. I'm not saying it's illegal, but he knew he wasn't going to get the approval for them, and he did it anyways. And he did it on a day when AMC hit an all-time high since its existence. And we never saw that number again. So, I apologize, Brenda. Sorry I made you mad to unsub, but I got way too much money in this to be shy and bashful and worry about who's subbing and who's not. I'm trying to get bills paid, not give shout-outs to Adam Aaron. Oh, yes, Skid Mark in the South. Thank you for sending me that email, man. I appreciate it. I did look through all of them. I'll send you back an email tonight when I get off the live stream and let you know what's up. Ricky Bobby. By the way, guys, Skid Mark in the South, nice guy, sent me all these emails about all these different screenshots. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. And if you guys ever have something to send me, let me see here. I do have somewhere on here my email is, but it's the Massalorian@gmail.com. So if you guys ever want to contact me personally or send me something that you find, something maybe you want me to look into or something that you find suspicious or anything, I'll take anything. Oh, the transparency reg. Yeah, Apesella. Yep. Honestly, bro, the last 24 hours, I've been just prepping everything for this to try to make it. I mean, if you saw what we did Tuesday night, it was ridiculous. For like 45 minutes, I was on here trying to figure out how to get the chat over onto this computer. It was horrible. So I really spent a lot of time today trying to make it look better. And so I could come in and out between screens. I would have like a break screen. So I spent all day setting this up, but yeah, I'm going to start digging into more stuff this week, I promise. As soon as this meeting's over on Wednesday, I'm going to get my head back in the books again. Mudrick got an offering at 26, not 72. Really? Mudrick Capital bought 8.5 shares of them and showing them up for a profit. They got him for 26 a share? Hold on, guys. I'm going to switch screens. Doop. Okay, so Mudrick had purchased 8.5. Yes. Okay, the company stock had 33 per share, meaning Mudrick could easily have gained more than $40 million on the rally. And that's another thing. Then Mudrick came out and shit all over AMC and said the stock isn't worth it. How is that helping? That's another thing that pissed me off about that. And Adam Aaron came on and said, well, I'm not going to say anything about Mudrick. They didn't say that about our company. Yeah, bro, they did. They said you suck. You can paint it as rosy as you want, but that's what they said. Isn't it in this article, I think? The reason why they sold? Okay, right. So Mudrick had bought the shares at $27.12 a piece, according to AMC's filing. It hit a high of $33.53 per share. So they only made $6 a share on that. Okay, let's see here. Currently reflections, KMG, anti-extentees related to NASDAQ, driven by early evaluations. Yeah. They came out and took a dump on AMC right after they sold their shares. That was their excuse for selling, was the stock was not worth the price it was at, which was 50 or 60 or 40, whatever it was that they actually ended up selling. I'm sorry, I just said the number and I forget how it was. 33.53. I'm trying to remember who got the other 8.5 million shares, and I can't remember now off the top of my head. They might have just been dumped on the open market. But that's another thing about Adam Aaron. When they had their interview, when Trey had Adam Aaron on, Trey asked him, is there any way you could slowly release those shares that you are going to try to diversify your portfolio with? Could they be directly to retail? And he said, yeah, that's something we can talk about. And that never even got brought up again. And that could be our fault. I don't think so, but it could be our fault. I mean, I wasn't personally looking into it myself, but let me get back to chat. How much were the shares from Mudrick? They were $27.12 a piece, and the company stock hit a high. They had purchased 8.5 million shares at $27.12 a piece, according to AMC's filing. The company stock hit a high of $33.53 per share, meaning Mudrick could have easily gained more than $40 million on the rally. So let's look. All right. I need CNBC here. Okay. Okay, so let's make sure I got the dates right here at least. So it looks like on 6/1, we closed at 31.50. Then on 6/2, we closed at 52.07. The high was 72.62. Low was 28.12. That crushed our momentum. We never got anywhere back close to there again. Not even, we didn't even sniff it. Didn't even sniff 70s. Lowest hanging fruit. Yeah, loose brackets are dropping as we speak. What's going on? Brenda, I get it, hon. I really hate being negative about anybody. I mean, it's nothing personal against Adam Aaron. This is business. So when I woke up that morning, I was $10,000 richer than when I went to bed. That losing that $10 a share on as many shares in a matter of minutes like that, or the course of a day, knowing that they shouldn't have been issued, it was almost like a double slap. I mean, maybe we would have never seen the kind of numbers that we think we would have, But I believe if we had hit in the hundreds, if that next morning those shares didn't get dropped, and we continued to climb from 72, and we were able to hit triple digits, I think it would have been off to the races. I really do. We had more money back then. We were more focused. And, we're not giving up on the play. I mean, that's the whole thing, right? But it's just, I think that was a tough pill to swallow. That's all. Nothing against Adam Aaron. He's probably a lovely man. I'm sure he's great. But this is business. Rob said he's out at 250. SEC is full of shite. Yes, they are. I think it's safe to buy call options. Dave, you got some powder? Dave, I won't buy options in this market. I won't do it. I don't trust anything going on right now. Look how crazy things are right now. I mean, seriously, look how crazy this market is. I don't trust anything. I haven't sold or bought a stock in almost, I don't know. The last time I bought AMC was when we dipped down to $24. When was that? Those were the last shares I bought. That was on, so that would have been, yeah, right, like the first week in January. So it's been 5 weeks, and I haven't bought anything. Not just no AMC. I mean nothing, zero. Honestly, I besides AMC, which is like 75% of my portfolio, all my stocks are long-term plays, way down the road. They're at least 5 years out from being legit and, being able to take in a profit. But I think when they do mature at the end of this 5 years, I mean, they're getting nailed. They're getting hammered right now. I mean, they're getting beat to death. Honestly, it's almost nauseous looking at my portfolio right now. So. Yeah, Rob, I agree with you. Rob, I agree with you 100%. I see your comment here. So Rob's comment says, shit, no, I can't find it. Joe, I buy every week. Joe, I don't have that kind of dough, man. I locked up so much money back in the run-up. I mean, I was still buying on June 3rd when we were on our way to 40. When we touched 30 and we came over, we were going like in, if you guys remember, we were going like in 10 or $5 increments. And when we hit 35, I think I bought 50 shares at 35 on that day before. So that would have been June 1st. Yeah, man. I'm just, I'm not tapped out, but my other issue is I'm very nervous about the rest of the world right now. The social issues going on, the political things, all the issues we're dealing with right now. I'm very nervous for the future of this country and the people who live here. I'm really scared for them. I don't even recognize this country anymore sometimes. I really don't. And I know people say, oh, you're being ridiculous. That's crazy. This is, I wouldn't want to bring up a child right now. I think I put that idea out of my mind. A year ago, when this play first came around, I was saying this was going to let me start a family. And after going through this year, no effing way. No way. I do not want to hear any horror stories from my children about being put in weird rooms or You should have seen this pencil head that tried to tell me to put a mask on today. Some 18-year-old kid, and it's funny because I went in the store and he goes, "Sir, do you have a mask?" And I said, "No, I don't." He said, "Well, it's a mandate from the city." I said, "Well, you can tell the city to send me some masks. I don't have money for them. So if you got one, I'll put it on, but I didn't bring one." He's like, "Oh, I'm going to ask you to leave." So I did. Came back upstairs, and I really wanted something from the bakery, so I sucked it up, put the mask on, went back downstairs. And I said, "Dude," I'm like, "they're not making you guys get vaccinated here?" He's like, oh, no. We all have to be vaccinated and boosted. Meanwhile, he's behind a counter with baked goods in front of him, glass counter, and a huge plexiglass petition. So I said, oh, okay. I said, you are. So why do you want me to wear one? He's like, well, it's a mandate from the city. I said, yeah, I know, but why is it that you're trying to enforce it? I said, that's a mandate citywide, and no one's enforcing it. I said, you guys, and I think there's one other store in the last 3 weeks since they instituted the mandate that have enforced it on me. And he's like, oh, I don't know, my boss. I was like, man, I'm like, if you're triple vaxxed and boosted, why are you worried about what happens to me? Because this mask is apparently for me, you're saying. I need to wear it for my protection. Dave, you got credit lines on deck? Yeah, man, I just finished building back up my credit to a decent score. And it took me a long time because I had a lot of debt from college. I do not have a bunch of credit. That's the last thing I want right now is credit. I'm trying to get rid of any debt I have. Just get it off my books. Institutional shares, 74 million, 33% from Fintel. $174. Dr. Magneto says, we aren't sheep. We are waking up. The Canadian convoy is another step. Watch out for the Karens, though. I wear my mask for people working. Oh, yeah, I don't care if someone else is wearing a mask. You want to wear a mask? If you want to wear 9 masks, wrap them all around your head, you want to cover your eyes, go ahead. You want to shoot stuff into you? Take as many shots as you want. I say shoot up all night. It's just not for everyone. And I think people should be more respectful of other people's wishes. If you had said a year ago that cloth masks didn't work, you were called a conspiracy theorist and you were kicked off Twitter. If you had said a year ago the vaccine cannot prevent you from getting COVID, you were called a conspiracy theorist and thrown off of platforms. What's the other one? Oh, if you had said that this pandemic was started in a lab in Wuhan, China, a year ago, you would have been deplatformed. Now, those have all come out to be true. Brenda says, walk the walk, go the SEC, OCC. Yeah, Brenda. I feel like there's not much more I can do at this point with this channel. As far as technical analysis, there are a million channels out there who do great TA. You guys know who they are. The DD, and I know everyone says the DD has been done. Pretty much it has. I'm sure there's still things we could find out, but what about the 9 million things we're still waiting to hear on? What good is it to dig up more DD if they're not going to fix the shit we found out from a year ago? No one's going to get punished for that. What's the point of bringing them new information? Say, Mr. Gensler, here you are. Look what I found, sir. And he says, yeah, thanks, kid, and throws in the trash. Yeah, if they're not fixing the stuff that we've already found, how much worse can it be? They're using the dark pools to trade retail shares, algorithmic trading that no one can keep up with. It's all automated. I got no faith in the SEC. It's got to come through. It's got to come through Congress. It's got to come through regulations. Maybe they're gonna have to fire Gary Gensler and put someone in there who's gonna actually not be feckless and follow the rules and say no, Mr. Griffin, we're not gonna fine you $400 million. You perjured yourself in front of Congress. That's a felony, and you're gonna go to federal prison for that. I lost all hope in the SEC when that GameStop report came out. Because when that GameStop report came out, they knew that Griffin was talking to Robinhood. Those transcripts were already out from the case in Florida. And he sat there and said, there's nothing to see here, people, basically. It's just a normal day in the market. A lot of FOMO led to a mistake that was made because people needed to get liquidity. Robinhood didn't have to do that. That was not an emergency at the time. They didn't have to pull the buy button. Rob says, you're not living in the real world. I'm telling you, people exit. Yeah, Julia, if you're sick, definitely, yeah, stay home. Yeah, if you're sick, stay home. I know a lot of people who have had Omicron, and I mean, you know, it's nothing fun, but I heard it's a really bad cold, and sometimes you can be feeling the effects for weeks, or you could be a long hauler, or like Jimmy Dore, who's got like permanent neck problems now because of the vaccine. It's something they found in very small amount of people, but he happened to be one of the ones to get it, and he's famous, so he talks about it. No, Brenda, I don't want to jump you. No. I was actually agreeing with you, saying, I think that at this point right now, if I can get this in on Wednesday, and this meeting goes well, and we meet in person and talk face to face, and you know, I want to shake this person's hand. Because I've only seen them on TV or talk to them on the phone. I'm gonna bring these things with me. I'm gonna research what can be done, and I feel like going forward, like I'm gonna stay with AMC, obviously, because it's my biggest position. But I think I can help. If I can do anything to help this movement, which I truly believe it's a movement, it's more than just money to me. It means so much more to me. I just think I could be best served if I can get this connection to be made, and start on the ground floor with, like, you know, just getting a basic understanding of what retail is looking to fix, what we've been asking for, and what it's going to take to try to get a bill like that passed. Because these people who have been there for years and years and years are not going to do it. Look at what Marjorie Taylor Greene did when she became a congresswoman. She, like, kicked a hornet's nest when she walked in there. Maybe you could use your channel for grassroots advocacy efforts. Real rugged. That's exactly what I've been thinking, man, since last week. As soon as I was able to actually get them on the phone, I was like, oh, man. I'm like, I've tried to contact so many different people in the last year who, for whatever reason, just something about AMC or the market or something. Probably over 100 people that I've reached out to here and there. I called this person, first ring picked up, and it was them on the phone. I was like in shock. So, I believe that it's at least worth a shot to at least make the attempt to see if we can start maybe in somewhere small like here, but maybe that her voice carries far. Maybe she gets on a national syndicate and says, you know, I'm running with the apes. That's what I'm hoping in my mind. And I know it's a lot to ask for because Congress and politicians are who they are. But she's got a very different story. So hopefully you guys will find out on Wednesday who this is. Because as soon as it's set in stone, I'll come out and do a live stream. Joel said, I will stand by your side in person if you need people to talk to Congress. I want Congress to talk to Congress. That's what I'm thinking, Joel. I don't want to talk to Congress. I want a congressman to address Congress and say the people have had enough. They see what's going on and they are done with it. They want these practices abolished. Is MTG... No, Susan. No. I did send MTG an email, though. Yeah, she's one of the ones I reached out to. I sent one out to almost everybody. Anybody that could possibly give a voice and make some noise. Tony, I skipped your comment. Hold on, Tony. A smiley face? Thank you, Tony, for the smiley face. It's so hard to catch all the comments, guys. It's so hard. Alina says, oh, that's not me. That's not me. I'm ready to go work with you. Real rugged. Oh, you're in DC, real rugged? Nice. Yeah, I can't say that yet. Okay, never mind. Yep. I hope Wednesday I'm able to come on here and give you guys good news. I really am. No. 6 on no. Elizabeth Warren. Fuck no. No. She's not looking for change. Maybe in her couch cushion, but she's not looking for a change in the market. Rob says, Mass, I'm a chart TA guy by trade, and I love this play. I'm not trying to spread the FUD, but from TA standpoint, people will get out if this passes 72 mark and runs based on the FIB extension. So you don't think... So you're saying, Rob, if we came back around again to 72, this time people wouldn't hold through because of being afraid they wouldn't come... That I get what you're saying. Yeah. Rob, this has never happened before in the history of the stock market. So there's a million ways this scenario could play out. But absolutely, yeah. Yep. Let's see here. Dave says, Fidelity doesn't give you instant access to your deposit. Most others do up to 5,000. Dave, they wouldn't give you dry powder while they were waiting for your transfer to clear? Fidelity? That's not normal. Brad Sherman, he blasted Ken Griffin and said to him, if you're going to fill up... Yeah. I remember him. That's another thing, though. Brad Sherman is the establishment oligarchy DC that are fossilized and have been there, and they have blinders on, and all they see is their lobbyists right in front of them and getting ready for checks for re-election. Tony said, I tweeted you some photos. Yeah, look, Tony, they're not there. This is the same thing we happened to get to the live stream the other night. There was no message from you. Hold on. Yeah, I took pictures today from CVS, 7-Eleven, and one other store. Yeah, if you don't think the Canadian truckers are causing a stink right now, give it 2 weeks. Because the fact that they're protesting right now, the deliveries that they made a month ago are still in the stores. It's the next month that I'm freaked out about. I'll see if I can pull them up to you. But yeah, I have pictures on my phone too from today. I went to like 3 different stores. No real milk. I could get cream. That was it. I had to use whipped cream in my coffee the other day. I couldn't find half and half. Yeah, Tony, I didn't get it. I don't know. Nothing from you on Twitter. Yeah, a Bad Bone says, Fidelity does for me. Yeah, they did for me too. Yeah, they did for me too. It takes 5 days. Really? Yeah, it takes 5 days, I think, for my money to clear as well on a transfer. But because I've never had an issue with them of like not getting back the money that they spotted me, they've always just given it to me right away. Massalorian, Six Sun says, Massalorian, which politicians do you want to change in the stock market? Politicians? All of them. Every one of them. Nice, Ammon 4343. Yeah, where's my phone? Hold on a second. I grab my cell phone. I'll pull the pictures up for you guys. Hang on. Let me see if I can just cloud drop these real quick. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I'm really shocked about how empty the shelves are on certain items. Just you cannot find them. All right, so this is yesterday. All right. Is anybody else out there having trouble getting like basic dairy products? I'm wondering how. I mean, all right, so Tony says the Southwest is bad. I'm telling you the Northeast is bad. Who's like out in the West Coast? Any West Coast people that Javi, what's up, buddy? The lobbyist concept should be banned. Good. Put that on the list. I doubt we're going to get that changed, but it should be. I'll put that last. Get the other ones fixed first. And no more singles, no more trading of stocks. You can't personally pick and choose what you want to pass legislation on, and then buy the stocks that are going to affect that market. Just stop, Mass. Could you contribute in car just to hold? Yeah, guys, hold. Hold. I mean, what are you going to do now? It's $15 a share. I wouldn't sell if there was a gun to my head. I would say just pull the trigger. That would probably put me out of my misery. But yeah, I'm not, it's funny because I'm not scared anymore. I mean, what else can they do to us? What are they going to do to us? I'm just starting to think future down the road. I'm thinking, listen, if I want to be a participant in this market going forward, how are we supposed to move on to another play? How are we supposed to possibly do that when we have no one following any of the rules? Why would you ever get involved with any of this nonsense again? Like Lou talking about getting into a 30-cent stock in Sears. He's got to be out of this. He understands Sears is bankrupt, right? He's hoping there's some miracle's going to come along and they're going to find some, I don't know, some property somewhere, some brick and mortar stores they can sell. What are they basing that price of 30 cents off? The name? Zombie stocks. I'll zombie you. You guys have basic dairy products. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't sell. I wouldn't. They cannot have my shares for less than I'm willing to take. I mean, if I didn't sell at 60, I'm not going to sell now. I am holding till as long as it takes. I'm too deep now. I'm too deep. Pam, you're still in the green? Yeah, I'm still in the green too. A little bit. Still, yeah. Thankfully. I'm over it now. I don't care anymore. They cannot psych me out of my position. They cannot. I'm on a whole different wavelength right now with my thinking, as far as the future goes. Yeah, Sears is out of biz. It was a buy though on Lou's website, I guess, this morning. They have put a strong buy on it. So Chris Callis says, I believe the AMC GMA movement will, when we finally squeeze, will be what our nation needs for a total reset and to expose total corruption in the government and banking system. Chris, I thought that too. I did. I thought that a while back. I really did. I thought that we were going to be, I still believe that. I believe that this generation right now, like I was talking about earlier, there are still a lot of stupid people out there, but there are a lot of smart people too. A lot of people that are waking up to how corrupt the government is, and how It's not the policies. It's not the papers. It's not the Constitution. All that stuff makes sense. It all works. It's worked for the last 220 some odd years. Okay? We became the greatest empire in the world. It's been working for a long time. It's no longer working for the normal, everyday, average American. We are going to bear the brunt of this $29 trillion that the Federal Reserve allowed them to play with for the last 12 years. Because where else is that money coming from? It's coming from our tax dollars. So I believe this has got to start from the ground up. I think we are, like I said, I think we are the social media Occupy, but we're doing it with money. We're being smart. We're communicating. We're organizing. We're not setting up a tent in front of, Bear Stearns. It's something different. This is totally different. And the other good thing about this is, so Tim Pool always talks about how when he did Occupy, that the government had sent people in there to disperse people. They were trying to cause... Look, they were there for a long time in New York outside, and they were pretty well set up there. They had bathrooms and kitchens, medical tents, you name it. And what happened? The only way to get them to disperse, besides the police coming in, they had to start pushing in rumors, and they had to try to get the people to separate. When the people unite, they get scared. And not that Occupy scared them as far as their physical safety, but the world was watching. The world was watching that American citizens were not happy about what the banks had done, how they had taken advantage of the American people. And we saw that for a long time. Now, with AMC, it's a little different because there are millions of us out there, and 99.9% of us have no idea what the other person looks like. So they can't come in and start putting racist talking points, sexist talking points, whatever it happens to be. They can't use those to divide us because we're all behind computer screens except for, a few people. But so they can't use that narrative, that ideology can't be used and weaponized against us, which is beautiful. It's beautiful. The fact that they can't say, they would have to come on here and make some wild accusations like Al from Boston saying, oh, this is a toxic racist. Bro, you're the only person that ever came on here and said that the AMC community, I've never heard a damn thing about people talking about race. Not once. Not once. I watch all kinds of people, Jewish people, black people, Spanish people, Asian people. I watch everyone. That doesn't matter to me. Do you know what's going on? Are you smart? Are you holding? Do we have a couple things in common? Cool, then we're good. CN says, Lou was helping his buddies when he was trying to get everyone to push the price to 21. This was a major dip down when Lou was initially saying, don't buy, just hold. So I don't know. What do you guys think about that in the chat? Do you think that Lou saying everyone had to stop buying because the brokers were using our money to basically park shares and just give out IOUs, do you think that had any effect on the price going from 42 to 21? Because literally, the day he made that announcement, it was at 42, and since then, we have not had a day where we've gotten back to 40. You do not hear a fart. If I fart, you'll know. It's loud. Do you guys think that his announcement had anything to do with it? If you support people by politics, you are already lost. If you support people by politics, you are already lost. If you support people by politics, you are already lost. Well, Joe, what are we going to do? We're going to dismantle the government? You either have to pick a party, you can stay neutral and do nothing, or you can get proactive and start working on change. Bolt 2010 says Lou was the best. Lou's crazy, man. He's the happiest man on the planet I've ever seen to see his stock go from $72 to $15 a share. I've never seen a more joyous man making so many big, huge plans. Hey, D. Thank you for the love your live streams. Thank you. So I think if the squeeze happens tomorrow, then Lou will say, I hope it doesn't happen tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. 15. I know. Julia, yeah. Lou was saying 15 to 20. That right. Yeah. Remember, his whole theory was every week it was going up like $500 or something like that, or $2,000 every month. It was something like that. And now he's what I don't even know what the last number was, but he was talking about something about after 73, we're in wacko world or something. What do you mean after 73, we're in wacko world? What does that mean? Oh, yeah, Joe. Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. Right. I don't give a shit about the political party. I don't care what you call yourself. I just know we're getting porked right now. And it's time to step up. Me personally, I gotta get proactive. I can't sit back on my hands anymore. I couldn't sit back with AMC with what happened. And now it's just become bigger. It's just ballooned in the last year. Doing all this research and going through all these different news services and outlets and accumulating all this wealth of knowledge and information, I have been down the rabbit holes and seen how evil these fucking people are. They are evil. What kind of person gets out to the public and actually says, you are thinking unacceptable thoughts? What kind of statement is that? You're thinking unacceptable thoughts. I've never heard such a crazy statement before from anyone. But good for the Canadian truckers, man. And for the tow truck drivers who told Trudeau to go screw himself because he called in the tow truck drivers to tow the trucks out. And they said no, and then they joined the convoy, which is amazing. There is no way Trudeau can win that battle. There's no way he can win. As long as they have the fortitude to stand out and stay out on this course, he's going to lose. He's going to have to back down. And then that will show that when united and fighting together, we can make change. We can. It took 75,000 truckers, but if we really wanted to, how fast could we rally up 75,000 people? If we had a cause to actually get behind, a place to be with, speakers and stuff like that. That's what we should be doing. Not going to Vegas and partying and Ape Fest and all this shit. We should be organizing grassroots to get the problems fixed. I don't know if this is going to come up. Yeah, apparently everyone said that Justin Trudeau left the Capitol. He abandoned the Capitol, kind of like Martha Washington in 1812. And, he's not meeting with the truckers. He's not meeting with the truckers, so... But he's in a losing war. He can't win that fight. He cannot win that fight. All right, let me get back to the chat here. All right, let's see. Javi, yeah, Luke could be shorting AMC. That if I was shorting AMC right now, I mean, I wouldn't be on TV doing it, but if I was, I'd probably be pretty happy. I probably would have made a lot of money. The House of Parliament are now against Trudeau. Yeah, Lena, I saw, what was her name there? Candice Bergen get up. Good for her. Yeah, we the people is an understatement. How many people represent 330 million of us in DC? How many people are representing 330 million constituents? They really have no power against us. And I hate talking like crap about the government. I really do. I mean, I'm an American citizen. I was born and raised there. I love this place. I love everything it's done for me, all the opportunities it's given me. Just to be able to sit here right now and talk to you guys freely like this and have a conversation, that's amazing. They can't do that in China. They can't do that in a lot of places. They can't. None of this would have been possible without living in the country we live in because of that one piece of paper. And everything was based off that. And if we lose that document, we lose our power. If they start to dismantle the Constitution, we the people doesn't exist anymore. I really feel, and eventually this culture war is going to become a class war. It is. It definitely is. People are tired of being hopeless and broke, and people don't want to rely on the government. I don't want government sending me checks and food stamps. I don't want any of that. Give me a fair opportunity to work and make a good wage, and give me a fair trading market, and I will do fine for myself. But you can't stack the deck against me, rig it, then change the rules when you start losing, and now continue to break the law and lie to Congress about it. Look, Maxine Waters, Ken Griffin lied directly to Maxine Waters' face, and they didn't call him back in to have him come and find out why he perjured himself. I mean, isn't that something that you would think that this huge thing that happened with GameStop, don't you think that would be a priority when all that information was released and they said, look at the transcripts that we have between such a person from over here and this person from over here? Well, clearly that can't be a true statement if this is true. Why haven't they been called back in again to say, can you explain yourself? What is going on? So, Hector, Lou hasn't been banned of trading. Let me tell you guys the story of what happened. Okay. I'm going to try and do this quick. In 2020, U.S. Marshals went down to Dominican Republic. Lou was living there with his wife in a home, and he was arrested, and he was extradited back to the United States. He was arrested by Dominican Republic federales. He went to Vitoria Prison, which is in Santiago or Santo Domingo, whatever the capital is, which is one of the roughest prisons in the Caribbean, by far. The guy who cuts my hair is Dominican, and I asked him about it a couple times. We talked when getting my hair cut. He's like, people don't come out of Vitoria. He's like, sometimes if you're a gringo or something, or depending on what you did, you don't come out of Vitoria. So that place is no joke that he's talking about. And I read the medical reports from when he came back. Not medical reports, the marshal's reports from when he came back. He had all kinds of bad stuff from the cuffs and stuff. Yeah, a lot of pain, suffering. I'm not happy for what happened to the guy. I'm not. I mean, did he do something wrong? Yeah. And he got 10 days in a Dominican prison, and that must have been horrible. I mean, I've heard him tell the story, and I've seen the pictures from inside. And I've heard it from people who lived in the Dominican Republic their whole life, who know people in that prison. They say it is like gladiator school in there. So, and Lou's Puerto Rican, so he didn't get locked up in a Puerto Rican jail. He got locked up in Dominican jail. Anyway, so they extradited him back to the United States, and then he took a plea deal. Basically, he had 3 counts. He ended up pleading out on count 2, and 1 and 3 were dismissed. And he was, let's see, I actually have it written down. I spoke with a reporter the other day who was in the courtroom with him on June 2nd. And he had some notes that he shared with me. Hold on. I got so many little stupid cards here, written down, all kinds of things on them. But I had, all right, let's see. See if I can find it here. Hang on, guys. These are the only 5 papers I've had on my desk for the last 5 days, so I don't understand why I wouldn't have it here. Okay. So on the back of the last page I just went through. All right. So June 11, 2020, pled guilty. June 2nd, 2021, sentenced to time served, 3 years supervised release. And on January 26th, he received his passport back from the judge after putting in a request to get it to, he wants to get some medical treatment done, so he needs his passport. And they just granted it to him 2 weeks ago. So that's the situation with that. So, yeah, I don't know how Lou afforded shares when he told the judge back in June that he didn't have the $75,000 in restitution to repay. So, and he's been pretty talkative on his channel about it. I mean, I did hear him say he's not getting involved with any of the new plays going forward, so that's good. He's just waiting on AMC. Mash, you play shortstop or 2-bagger? Actually, I pitched and caught in Little League and Babe Ruth and Legion. Pretty much catcher and pitcher. I just wasn't tall enough to throw hard, though. Yeah, Lou, man, he got everyone's attention. He's making a lot of money for himself. That's another thing. If I was making that ad money, I wouldn't have the balls to give you guys 6 3-minute videos a day, though. You guys know I wouldn't do that to you. Are you crazy? So he was in court. Yeah. He was in court June 2nd. And I remember him telling the story about that. He's such an idiot. He said he had his phone in the courtroom watching the line go up, and like he blew the judge off or something. Like, dude, you can't have a phone in a federal courtroom, you idiot. Why don't you bring a phone? They don't even let your attorney bring their phones in. He didn't have a phone on him on June 2nd. He didn't see shit till he got home. Get rid of the Patriots helmet. What are you, crazy? That's the best team in football history. Yeah, man, I'm gonna start working on that, at least from my end, trying to get things organized for change. I just think it's time. It's time. If we don't do it now, it's never gonna happen. Think about it. When are people ever going to get this involved? Everyone kind of on a very similar page. Like all of the different intangibles right now are perfect for the situation that we're presented with. We're 8 months away from a possible huge change in the Congress that could bring lots of new legislation that they could actually pass. Bert Blyleven? Wow. Didn't Blyleven throw submarine, Blyleven? Or is that Quisenberry? How much Lou is making. And I want to show you guys how that this website is not it. I know a lot of people say, no, man, you can't go by that. I'm going to show you how you can go by that. I promise you these numbers are accurate. Whoop. And if you don't believe me, I'll pull my numbers right off YouTube, and we'll compare them to what Social Blade says I'm making. Let's see how close they are. We'll do an experiment right now. Okay. So here's Lou's earnings. Is this button going to work for me, you bitch? So this is live right now. Yesterday, he made $2,500. He got 625,000 views. That's insane. Mr. Beast doesn't do those numbers. Tony, I'm not hating on Lou. I just want some of that cheddar so I can buy some more AMC. Okay. So let's see if these numbers are accurate. Because I've heard it all before. Oh, no, they're lying. It's not. No, Lou doesn't take the money. He donates it. You guys will like this. Wait till you see my numbers. Now, we are very similar as far as score goes. He's a half point ahead of me with a B. But here's my money. Yesterday I had 172. I made 69 cents. 69. Yeah. Yeah, numbers are good, man. I promise you guys. They're not making them up. These are real numbers. So whoever's telling you that the numbers are fake, or he's not taking the money, or they're keeping the money, or they forced him to take it, or some shit like that, it's not true. In order to turn your ads on Google, you have to meet certain requirements. He met those like within the first week. It took me, I don't know, 6 months. So he's had his channel monetized for a long time. And I don't think you guys realize how many views he gets. He's putting out like in a 24-hour cycle, he's putting out like more than a dozen videos that are getting anywhere from 25 to 60,000 views. It's incredible. He's got a loyal base. And he's doing very well, man. I appreciate the hustle, man. Look, I'm not from the Bronx, but I'm from Boston. I lived in the inner city, went to high school there, grew up there. I understand the streets. He's very lucky. He's very lucky. PH says, until this pops, we won't know who the real ones were. Y'all equal playing field with equal starts on YouTube. Yeah, if Lou wants to share the spoils, I would happily spread it between all the YouTubers. But I don't think he's going to give up any. He's not giving up that money. Look how fast he came running back from crypto in August when no one went to his website. It's going to happen again. Mark my words. Before the end of this month is up, he will have, I'm not going to say he'll abandon whatever his project is, the Four Horsemen thing, but if his views start slipping, he'll be back. So don't worry, big fans. Bullet 22, Lou ain't going nowhere. You got plenty of Lou coming. Don't worry. Thanks, ArmyMan65D. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Why he uploads these 2 to 3 minute clips many times throughout the day? Why do you guys think he does that? So you can have an easier time following along with the narrative? Think about it. Why do you think he does that? I'm curious. Bolt 22. Why does Lou upload 6 to 10 3 to 6 minute videos a day? What would be the reason for that? Especially back to back to back to back. He won't even change. Yeah, Bat Signal 1, Bat Signal Part 2, Bat Signal Part 3. Exactly. Why do you think he makes the videos like that? Julia, he lives. Oh, that's another thing. He had to live with his mom, right? Because he came and got arrested and lost his house in the DR. So the court said, we need an address where we can mail things to you. You need to be able to have a mailing address and a phone number because we're in the middle of the pandemic, remember? So they're doing Zoom calls. It's not a lot of in-person stuff back and forth with the judge. They're doing a lot of things over the phone and Zoom calls. So that's why. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, the good thing, yeah, dude, I'm happy people are watching his videos because that means they're. The reason why I brought this up tonight was because I think what he said last night was pretty discouraging. If I was a Lou fan, after all the things he's been telling me. How much time do I put into covering Lou? Tony, you don't put a lot of time into all covering Lou. He does it on an iPhone. Yeah, it is easy. It is easy. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, more money. Exactly. Yeah. He can rip off 6 commercials instead of, I get 1 commercial and possibly 1 during the video. He can get anywhere from 6 to 12 in the same day. Why do you think his numbers are so high? I just don't have the balls to do that to anyone. I wouldn't have the guts to say, oh, guys, I'll be back in 5 minutes. I couldn't do that to you. And then upload another video, put an ad on it. A waste of time. The YouTuber that talks BS gets a lot of subs. It takes a long time. The YouTuber has all the facts. 20 on mass takes forever to get so many subscribers. Yeah, Tony's doing good though. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't really care about the subscribers. I honestly don't care about that. I just want the stock to rip, and I don't have to. I can talk about whatever I want on here. I can rant and rave about anything I want. I can get heavily political. I can talk about anything I want. But right now, I'm still believing in the squeeze. So, you know, YouTube is an option that I never even thought about as a living. It was never even consideration. I wanted to dispel some of the clickbait and get rid of the rumors, and help people just, and because there are also snakes out here. There are straight fucking snakes who are, you know, being just terrible to retail. I don't like it. I don't like seeing people get bashed over the head when they don't know any better. And using the FBI and Lou. No, Joe, not yet. No. Joe, what about AMC? Yeah, like I said, brother, that's my only priority right now. Or else I would have just stopped talking about AMC a long time ago. I would have went in a different direction. And I pretty much, my best video I ever released was talking about football. That got like 12,000 views. So it was never an issue to me about what I was going to talk about. But because I have so much money in AMC, why wouldn't I talk about it? Why wouldn't I be mad when someone tells me this play's over and AMC, the stock that I have my biggest position in, is $15 a share? So what does that mean? I go sell tomorrow, or what do you mean it's over? Is it going to go lower? Because if it's going to go lower, maybe I'll get out. I'll buy back in when it drops. Alina says, we should brainstorm how we can make positive change in the markets. Yeah, Alina, that's my whole thing with this meeting on Wednesday is all about that. That's why I put, well, I lost my headphones in the beginning, so I couldn't get the questionnaire up, but I wanted to know what you guys thought were the biggest issues for retail that I could bring to her and say, here's what we want, retail. This is the changes we want made, and let's get the conversation started. She's already going on public speaking engagements. I mean, I wish I had got her last week before she went on that big show, but that's okay. We got her now. I was just thinking of Step Brothers when they have the goggles. She's like, but we got them in our 40s. JG says, Mass, we have to accept the fact that AMC will not rip in February. This will rip 2024. They can drag this forever, can't you see? Yeah, possibly. If we don't get legislation change, yeah, they can keep possibly kicking the can. Does anyone know how long they can keep this up for? I don't. I have no idea. I thought that I said, maybe they'll be able to hold out to the fall, and then I think as we got closer to the end of the year and the holidays, I said, man, they'll run out of patience. They'll just fold and just go home and say we've had enough. But then I remembered sometimes what Ken Griffin said about 2008. That the CNBC truck was outside. The van was parked outside waiting for them to come down with their boxes to say they had closed up shop. And, he was able to rescue his company even though he didn't see the shitstorm coming. And he didn't see us coming either, and that's why I'm still holding. We are the shitstorm of 2008. That's what I believe. That's why I haven't sold. That's why I still put an AMC on every one of my thumbnails. Oh, Geo68. I haven't said yet who the meeting's with just because I haven't posed. We have kind of done preliminary talks about some of the things that retail is looking for. And so I'm trying to get in on the ground floor of getting legislation. We need to start getting some legislation into Congress. So at least we can start, because we're going to have to make it so that Republicans and Democrats, which is the problem, will allow it to pass. It's going to take a lot, but it's better than just giving up. So I will make the announcement as soon as I have a concrete date and time, and make sure that before I give her any airtime, that she says, "Yeah, I'd be willing to do this for you guys," because I don't want empty promises anymore. I've been psyched out my whole life by every presidential candidate. Now, I've never voted for any of them, but it just seems like they can't keep their word on anything. Yeah, $15 just another day. I don't care anymore. I don't. It doesn't bother me. I don't look at it. I learned a long time ago that line is all psychological. It is there to torment you. We are some of the most. Ape Nation are some of the most fierce people ever that have managed to ride this roller coaster this whole time. We're still here on February, first week in February at 11 o'clock at night on a Saturday. We're no joke, guys. Do not take for granted how powerful we can become. Don't. Look at the truckers, what they're doing. They are flipping the script on the Canadian government right now. They're going to get their will. They're gonna get the mandates revoked. They have to. What, are they going to starve 33 million people? So, Joe, I don't know too much about the fire. I know supposedly Citadel had a warehouse fire, not an office fire, right? Like it wasn't in a high-rise building. Hold on. Let me see. I actually Google searched for it the other day, this morning, and I didn't even see anything come up about it. What did I just want to look up? What was I looking for? Yeah, we have become hardened. Yeah, we have. I've definitely aged a year, that's for sure. 2020, or 2021, I probably had 3 birthdays on August 31st. What the hell was I just going to look for? I'm so lame-brained right now. Oh, the fire. Right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, see, I looked it up earlier. I didn't see anything. Oh, here we go. All right, let me shut this down. Oh, this is Reddit. Fuck out of here. I'm doing Reddit. So, you guys, that's how I don't even... If it's Reddit, I just skip along. I don't know who's in Reddit writing stuff. I have no idea. I can't vet anyone in there. Hire and fire. Glass door? January 24th, 2022. What the hell is glass door? Yeah, I don't... Can somebody tell me where I can find someone that did a write-up on it or anything? Just to kind of point me in the right direction. I mean, I should be able to find this. I don't know what the hell is going on. It was a warehouse fire in... Oh, wait, maybe here it is right here. No, this is Reddit again. Maybe there's a article though. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Let me see if I can get some volume and full screen here. Hold on. I hope you guys can hear this. Wow. Oh, it's gone. There's nothing left. Wow. Holy smokes. Yeah, whatever was in that building, that is not going to be recovered anytime soon. Wait. Large document storage warehouse fire burning in Bartlett, Illinois, outside Chicago. Suspect citadel securities of arson as they learned today. U.S. Justice Department has expanded investigation to target 60 short-selling firms. I'm looking for somewhere to verify that. Let's see. Here we go. What's this? What the hell? That's a good point. Oh, I did hear something about Griffin leaving the country with the VP of Computer Share or something I saw. Oh, what's that? What that's about? Yeah, someone forgot to give Milton back his stapler. That's a problem. Can I please have my stapler? I'm just trying to find a corroborating article from somewhere that can tell me why the fire chief suspects arson. Or is that just people just assuming? If someone could check Thomas Matthews or whatever his name, Matthew James channel, he'll probably have a Reddit article on it. The Ameritrade Bartlett. All right, here we go. Let me get you guys back. Hold on. Da-ding. Sorry, guys. But I get so many things running right now, so everything's like lagging and slow. My bad. Close this. I don't think there's anything else I can close right now because, yeah, it's not. All right, let's see. The Bartlett Warehouse Fire Station Record Storage Facility owned by TD Ameritrade. The retail community finds this incredibly suspicious the incident occurred. Remember, guys, this is a Frank Nez article, so beware or be square. Yeah, guys, I've talked about Frank Nez before. Every article he writes about AMC is basically retails. There's never a different perspective. It's always, we're right 100% of the time. Everything's manipulation. You guys know I don't believe that. There are serious things that go on in the market, but there's a lot of bullshit too. Yeah, I don't see anything about arson yet. Nothing about arson. Let me see here. Workers at Amazon warehouse in Birmingham knows BH Citadel Securities and treat. Okay. Yeah. Anyone else know where I could find some information on? Did anybody find something that said arson in it, actually? No, I'm not worried about the paper documents. I'm worried about hard drives and zip files and... I mean, I'm sure a lot of it's up in the cloud, right? No one said that about Fire Chief. Don had to be pulling strings. Local Bartlett Fire Chief, you won't hear anything for a week. If it turns out Lou betrayed the family, it would suck to be him. Depends. I don't know what's important to Lou anymore. He lost a lot when he got in trouble, so I don't know what's most important to him. Yeah, Susan, if the DOJ, they don't have evidence yet. I mean, the DOJ is not in a rush to get to Citadel, trust me, because retail says so. Javi, I thought that too. Javi, I never in a million years thought we would have dipped below $30. Not in a million years. I said, oh no, that will never happen. As soon as we dip below 30, we'll get an infusion of cash and unfortunately, Floyd, have a good night, man. Thank you. Yeah, we're holding to the moon, brother. Don't worry. It's the moon or the grave, one of the two. And stick him in my suit pocket. And close it up. Yeah, it's way too soon for an arson claim. Way too soon. All kinds of things got to be tested. Looking for accelerants. Burn patterns. Find out where it started. There's a million things they got to do. Bring dogs in, look for bodies, whatever. It's a lot of things. It would be way too quick for an arson claim. They probably don't even have an arson investigator down there yet. I mean, yeah, it does seem sketchy. It seems sketchy, but that's the thing, guys. Like when they were talking about the pattern the other night, you can find patterns in a lot of things if you look hard enough. If you want to make things work and fit, and you got enough examples to pull from, you can find patterns probably all over the place, especially in the market. There's probably tons of patterns that match up. Depending, it's all algorithmic. Right, exactly, Ricky Bobby, exactly. Alina, you choose Moon? Me too. Yeah, me too. There's a lot of things I haven't done yet that I want to do, that I've been dreaming about since I bought my first AMC share. I mean, just 6 months ago, I was on a totally different mind frame. If you guys knew some of the shit I was saying behind the scenes back here. Trying to talk to my landlord about, because the business on the first floor was going to be freeing up. The woman had like a salon or something, and she was leaving. And I actually went and pitched him for me to rent the retail to put a studio in. Because I thought, well, I got a lot of shares. I'm going to make a lot of money. And yeah, I'm still, as you can tell, have not done that yet. I'm buffering. Tony said, give me $100. I'll find a pattern in any ticker. Yeah, Tony, exactly. Yeah. I know. Yep. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Dogs don't find because of the fire. No. Dogs should be sniffing for accelerants, stuff like that. Or bodies. They can, cadaver dogs are looking for bodies, but they can smell for all kinds of things. Drugs. Yeah, bring dogs in, look for accelerants, human remains. Someone could have been trying to hide something. Who knows? Maybe, trying to cover up a murder. A lot of times they do. Where do you think the Dalmatian dogs came from? That was always because the fire departments brought dogs with them for all kinds of things like that. They would go in, try to find people. Six Sun says, Tony, I see some YouTubers saying AMC might drop to single digits. I don't know, Tony. What do you think? John, you should stream more often, brother. Yeah, Javi. So, Javi, did you ever send me an email? I was looking for it the other day, and I couldn't find it. Little Mike, 1983. I see that. I'm not going to read out loud. What are the price drop predictions? What? I saw $8. Is that what people are saying? It's going to drop to 8? I mean, I guess you could say anything, right? Yeah, Ricky Bobby. Hodl. Yeah. I mean, I'll admit this freely. You can ask Tony about this tomorrow. I had to make some very, very honest. I had some honest conversations in my own mind for a while. I took like a whole week off of YouTube. I just stepped back. I shut everything down. I didn't do anything besides go back, go over the DD that I had originally done way back in February and March. Try to find out, am I missing something here? I can't get on here and be leading people astray. That's not the purpose of this. I can't do that in good conscience. And that's why I shut that channel down for the week. Not a couple weeks ago when I hit my head, but back in late December or mid-December when we just kept crashing and crashing and crashing. And I'm like, my account's just dwindling down. And I told a lot of you guys, like, I kind of just used my portfolio pretty much as a place to store cash from time to time. And then I would always buy some AMC with it. And I just got a bigger and bigger position as we went down the line here. So I had a nice big bunch built up before June. Then the price skyrocketed, so my account blew up. And then, like, you guys know the story from that. But, yeah, so studio is still a dream. Egypt, I still want to go to Egypt. I want to go to Thailand. I think I probably shouldn't talk about this. Never mind. I'm not talking about Lou's family. Susan, what happened? Credit Suisse shipping containers with cocaine. Legit news story. That's so corrupt. Yeah, late December when they taxed him 40-20. Yeah, I have some conversations with myself and Tony. You can ask him. Oh, common sense investor. There's a challenge going on. I wish I could get you guys on right now. That would be awesome. Because I bet Tony could do it. Nobody has ever asked if retail is the play and not the stock. And there's another thing that bothers me about Lou. Why is he so anxious to jump into another play when he hasn't got paid on his first one? What would be the... Why so excited to move on to something else when you're down at least 60% in your overall position on AMC since June of 2021? Why are you in such a rush to start a new play? No, Ethereum man, you didn't. Don't worry. Carl, good morning from Germany. Guten Tag. Carl, did you guys? I think it was Denmark that I saw, and I know Dave said Ireland had reopened completely, dropped all mandates. Carl, I saw the scariest picture about a month ago from a German newspaper or magazine. The scariest picture I've ever seen, probably. From your country. All right, Germany. No, it doesn't look like yet. January 22nd. Yeah, not yet. Ricky Bobby, me too, man. I think my bank was getting weighted out because I kept transferring so much money to my brokerage account out of my bank. They're probably like, dude, you came in and opened a bank account, put a ton of money in, now were you spending all of it? Alina said the law of assumption. Assume and believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that the studio is a done deal and be grateful for everything. I am completely grateful, especially for this community. You guys have been like amazing supporting me. It's been crazy. I'm like really humbled. Keeps people's minds off AMC when he talks about other plays. But it's just like, I mean, in order to move on to another play, you have to be done with your previous play, right? Meaning you have to either have sold your position or you came into some new wealth in order for you to start a new position. That hasn't happened to me, so maybe some of his people did. Shirley says, I love the Common Sense Investor. Oh, Common Sense Investor is in here? I thought Tony was just making a broad statement. You have to get Denaro and Tony Zane and Common Sense and 50 cents. Okay. Tony Zane, you mean Tony Denaro? Oh, Denaro Tony. Denaro, Tony, Zane, and Common Cold. All right. I will work on that. Actually, if Common Investor's on here, I sent him an email. I mean, a message. WW2 picture in the background. It's my grandfather, John. Yep. That's 1942. Taken right down the street here. Tony says, AMC is done means I am planning my next income strategy, so stay tuned. I think he is working on a studio right now. I have a feeling we're about to be in for a big surprise. That's just my opinion, but we'll see. Carl, they are still in effect there? Yeah. I think there's like 11 countries now that have dropped all mandates across Europe, which is awesome. That is really good. Another thing, people stood up for what was right, and they won. There's 2 examples just in the last 3 months. Tony Zane is a YouTuber. Oh, XX, I don't know him, bro. I don't know who Tony Zane is. Massalorian, you have a great trio in the house. Yeah, I do. Oh, no. Lou is not fake. Lou has had it with AMC. Listen. Lou ran out of shit to talk about AMC in August when he freaked out that day, that Friday, that they had all those FTDs and our price came down that Friday. Because he had been preaching all week, they got to cover the FTDs. They got to cover them. And he got on that Friday and was screaming into his camera. He said, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? What is this? What is this shit? I don't understand. The expert of Wall Street doesn't understand what's going on. He looked more confused than I did. Like this was the first time you heard about an FTD. Tony Zane is a YouTuber? I don't know him, XX. Tony Zane? Do you mean Teddy Zane? The Doge guy? Teddy Zane, maybe. I don't know a Tony Zane. David says, I was all about a Lambo. Now I'm just thinking about replacement windows, a new driveway, castle mattress. I would actually just like a Posturepedic mattress. I would take that right now. The piece of shit I have. I was hoping to get a new mattress too, though. Funny. Lose part of the fight. Yeah. Somebody who gets on and conjures up ideas about the market and what's going on behind the scenes. And this team of crack Wall Street investors who know all the operations behind the scene that he has to make 10 videos a day to tell you about. Yeah, that has an effect on us. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Because he has 80,000 people hanging on every last word of his. And if they go into a panic because of something he says, who knows what could happen? Who knows? So I'm going to continue to tell the truth. That's all I want to do. I mean, I told you guys point blank what happened with him. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you or lie to you. I'm in this for AMC, not to play grab ass with Lou or to let him get on TV and start telling people lies and confusing people. It's just not right. It's not. So then me and him are going to have issues. And if he wants to fucking straighten it out, he can come on here and talk to me about it and tell me where he worked on Wall Street, with who, when. Until then, we're not going to be buddies. Just go find something else to talk about. If you hate AMC so much, go do something else then. What are you still doing here telling people AMC? You're making a video to tell AMC retail investors who have been holding this stock with you for a year, listening to your every word. I'm moving on. That's it. I'm done. AMC's done. It's it. $15. That's it. If you just heard about AMC this weekend and you went and watched that video from Lou last night, are you buying in Monday morning with that kind of talk? Be honest. If your first video was Lou on demand and he said last night, AMC's done, would you go buy a share after watching that video? So I don't like that. That's not helping the rest of us. And I understand he's got his own separate family and they're not apes and all that. That's fine. But, you know, you talking shit like that is affecting my bottom line. So we got a problem then. I don't play games with people like that, especially when it comes to my money and my future and my security and me feeling safe. I don't play. And I don't think people should be taken advantage of like that because Lou's very charismatic and he can tell great stories and all that. The guy was just out of prison, pleaded guilty to fraud. They went and took him out of his house in the Dominican Republic. Yeah, apparently he's doing space calls. Yeah. Yep. It's reckless behavior. It's not right to do to people. First and foremost, don't get on and start lying and lying, taking other people's DD, not giving them credit for it, like literally copying and pasting videos and uploading them as yours. You don't do that. You don't do those kind of things. You learn in third grade you don't plagiarize someone. If he hasn't figured out at 50 that plagiarism is not a morally just thing, I wish you guys luck with him. And that's my bottom line on Lou. And that's it. If he's going to put out material that shines a negative light on AMC as an AMC channel, we have issues. And if he wants to address them, either come sue me or come talk to me. Because I know you don't have a past on Wall Street, Lou. All right, I'm going back to the chat. Sorry, Julia. Lou on demand. Sorry. He's changed the name of his channel like 10 times, right? He means it's done in the sense that it will squeeze and everything on the line and other shit doesn't matter. Good. Then shut off your channel. Shut off your monetization. Don't talk about it anymore. If you can't talk about it because you're sick of it, then don't. But he tried that once before, guys, and it didn't work. He came back a week later because the money was running dry. The ad revenue took a huge dip that week, and he came running back. Cancun Cutter, Cajun Cutter, what's up, man? 1971. Tony hit the nail on the head. He did not say AMC is done in the respect of he's out. He means there's nothing else to talk about. He made a video explaining that. Good. Then he should never put AMC in the title again, ever. And don't come on and talk about it again. If it's done, don't ever say the word or speak on the stock again. If you can't say something that's that you're revealing to the world as a a world premiere revelation that you got from your friends and your team, and you're gonna come on and say, I'm not talking about AMC no more. I'm sick of talking about AMC. It's done. It's done. If you're gonna have that kind of attitude, that's fine. But just then stop making 6 videos a day about it. Don't tell me you're done with the stock and then make 12 videos a half an hour after you say that. Please. Good. Yeah, Julia said, when AMC is actually done. So when it does wrap up, whether we go to 0 or 10,000 or 100,000, what is he going to say then? This was done. Remember, we won a month ago. Ethereum Man 57 says, God used Moses. Maybe he is using Lou to lead us to the promised land. Lou? Maybe. You never know. Doobie Wow 420 says you're going to give yourself a heart attack. Bro, I can feel, I get all of you guys' frustration too. Like, I don't feel it, obviously physically, but I can see it in your messages, your comments, the emails. Like, I get people are frustrated. Like, I understand. That's why I don't want someone adding to that when it's not necessary. That's all. Just talk about something else. You got funny stories, man. Tell funny stories. And yeah, his diehard followers, yeah, are into. Dude, the other day when he talked about Al from Boston, he was talking about the metaverse. I was rolling. It was like one of the funniest things I've ever heard. I'm not even kidding. Like, I give him the credit there. I give him the credit. I do. He's a funny guy. He just don't know shit about Wall Street. That's all. Just because you stand out in the street and make your videos doesn't make you a guru. Look, if no one calls him out on it, he's just going to keep doing it. And more people will go to his channel, and more people will become addicted to his channel, and the less influence that we'll have, and he will just take them and use them to pump and dump stocks until he's got money pouring out of his ears. Look what he starts with. A 30-cent stock, Sears, a zombie stock that has, zero fundamentals. They don't even have a sign or an ad or a property or anything. They have nothing. He wants you to invest with him on a 30-cent Sears stock with the promise that there may be some liquidity or capital laying around that people haven't found yet. Good luck with that. Yeah, now he wants Al back. Like I said, I don't know what happened with that whole situation, but I don't know. You shouldn't be using your position like that to try to get in with some girl. That's just, I don't know. That's real cheesy, dude. Dude definitely ain't from Boston. We would never do that. If you don't have game, just don't bother. He wants Al back. I wonder if Tony could pick Al out of a lineup. Crazy. All right, let me see here. Kyle Yastrzemski or Big Poppy? So I'm a little too old, a little too young to have seen Yaz. Yaz, I think, retired in '83, and I was like, I don't know, 3 or 4. Yeah, I'm an Ortiz fan all the way, man. I love Big Papi. Big fan. But actually, my 2 favorite players in the world were pitchers. I was Pedro Martinez and Roger Clemens. Lions don't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. GOT in the house. That's right. Good point. Joe, we've been talking about corruption for a year, bro, and it got us basically back to where we started a year ago. That's where we are right now. We're up about, what, $6 a share? So, clearly, tactics need to change. Whatever way we do that, I don't know, but I told you guys what my plan is. And I'm gonna try to spread that message as far and wide as I can with the limited platform that I have. And anyone who wants to help with that or wants to get involved, would like to do anything about that, as soon as I make the announcement on Wednesday night or Thursday night, that would be awesome. I mean, I'll take as much help as I can get, even if it's something real small, like, I don't know, like someone that could, I don't know. Let me have the meeting first, and then we'll figure that stuff out. Do I sound like I'm raging? I think I used to be more negative about it than I am now. I'm actually more positive about this. Like, I used to think that there weren't a lot of good people left in the world, but this has changed my opinion about the world, definitely. I've met so many amazing, cool, good people that I would have never known if I had never bought an AMC share. So just that alone right there is pretty much worth it. I just don't like people adding on to dogpiling on the already, down times people are having right now. I mean, I don't want to see people get dogpiled on. It's especially the younger people. They're really fragile, man. A lot of them have never been punched before, or, they break a nail and freak out. I'm talking about a dude breaking a nail, freaking out, not a chick. Cajun Cutter, a basketball fan? Yeah, Larry Joe Bird. 33. French Lick, Indiana. The ugliest man alive. Yeah, big Celtics fan. Yeah, of course, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Would you hold X shares to 10K for each X shares Lou shows proof of owning since 2021? I came this close. Never mind. Let's see. I'm actually a big Giannis fan. Giannis from the Bucks. Yeah, I've been following his career since he played in Greece. So he's like probably my favorite player now in now currently playing. Let's see. Bird was legit. Yes, he was legit. He had a good team around him, that man. I mean, he was a phenomenal player. He gave it his all. I was lucky I got to see him play at the end of his career, and live. And he did. I mean, he was a hustler. I like hustlers. I like people that hustle. I like people who have grit, determination, that keep their ear to the grindstone. Those are my type. Those are my players. I like players like that. Robert Williams is a friend of yours. Robert Williams that used to play. Robert Williams, yeah, he used to play center, right? Yeah, Bird was like the biggest trash talker. I like that too. I like trash talking. Cajun Cutter, where? Oh, he's from North Cato, Louisiana. Okay. That makes sense. Yep. Yep. Lou is harmless. He just needs the right meds. Yeah, Greek Freak. Yes, he is the best. Lou was just saying that we were going to be green at 73. That no matter what, people would be green after 73. No matter when you bought in, once you got to 73, you were going to be in the green. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know where he gets the outrageous idea that Gary Gensler is rushing in to save anyone. Did he not read the GameStop report? I mean, I know he's never pulled out a piece of paper or showed you any DD, but I mean, that was something he could have pulled up. You know, it was in the newspaper, for Christ's sake. It was in Barron's. He could have just literally pulled that out of the paper and read it. Ricky Bobby says, this play is maybe dead inside. I don't even bat an eye when their price drops. It's maybe dead inside to the market, not AMC or the stock. But yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I'm not like I said, guys, I have some long-term plays that are down right now big that I bought for 5 years out, 10 years out, and they are down 40% right now. They're just gonna sit there. And when the company starts doing well and the economy turns around, I'll make my money. But it's made me despise big banking, the hedge funds, the brokers. It's made me dead in that respect. But like I said, it's made me realize also that there's a flip side to that coin, which is all of you guys out there that are doing the right thing and do want to see change and see things get better and make sure AMC stays a viable business model, because I don't want to see the movies go away either. That was another reason why I bought AMC. I didn't want to see them go out. I like going to movies. Some of my best memories were going to AMC theaters growing up. Javi, I don't know. He actually just texted me back today. I texted him last night. I thought he was mad at me, but he's not apparently. So I'll probably talk to him tomorrow. When you did your video about how Al claimed he didn't have a smartphone, but then you uncovered all his LinkedIn posts, said posting from iPhone was a start to his demise. Yeah, remember Anthony? Yeah, I took those screenshots because I mean, dude, if you're gonna come out and lie about a cell phone, come on, bro. How am I gonna trust you on your DD if you can't tell me what kind of phone you got or what you look like? Forks, I know where that line's from, Forks. That's awesome. I haven't heard that in so long. That's funny. Yeah, David, exactly. Gensler is from the same group that bailed out the banks. Lou, he's not your Gensler. He's not our Gensler. He's a crook who's got a problem with looking in the direction where things are going wrong. He seems to always be looking the other way when shit hits the fan. I heard a rumor that when Lou put out his video offering to help build the program to untangle this mess, that the SE took him up on his offer. Oh, Jesus, Michael, don't say that. People freak out. Yeah, if that's another reason why I'm having this meeting on Wednesday, because I'm out of the market too after this. If there's no change, I'm done. Give me commodities, give me real estate, give me anything but the market. They can F each other over until they're blue in the face. But I don't want any part of it. Don't get me involved. Not if you can't play a fair game, don't play. Don't change the rules when you start to lose. Yeah, Ricky Bobby says the first time I got ahead was in AMC. The only reason why my portfolio is acceptable right now to me is because of AMC. Lupe, I wish they would ban PFOF too, but you know you don't have to use PFOF. They're not making you, the brokers aren't making you use that. You can get a broker who will let you go to the exchange, direct lit. So you can be proactive with that too. Transfer your shares out and go to a broker that will actually allow you to go direct to the exchange. You don't have to wait for legislation on that. You can change that on your own. That's one thing we all could have done this whole time, was get out of these shit broker apps. Robinhood, Webull, all these newer ones who came along with the meme stock craze. We should have been out of there a long time ago. And I feel like that probably played a little bit of a role in this thing. I think because I remember when Robinhood shut off the buy button, a bunch of the brokers did. But for some reason, it seemed like back then everyone was pushing Webull. All the YouTubers were pushing Webull. Everyone was saying Webull. And then it finally came out, which I don't think was a revelation. I think we knew actually the whole time that Webull had done the same thing. But for some reason, Webull got a huge influx of people. Planted Beta says, once they turned off the buy button on multiple platforms, I knew the game was up and how it stacked. Yeah, Planted Beta. Same thing here, bro. As soon as that happened, the 6 to 8 weeks following that run-up on January 28th, I had my mind made up that I was going all in on AMC. Because of certain people like AutoBit, who did all that DD, and Susan's book, and Wes Christian, and what happened with him. I learned about the story about Burns there from Overstock and what the hedge funds had done, and that this has been going on a long time. And that's when I had my mind made up. Well, I'm in the fight then. Yeah, Forks, me too. DFS says, Lou was telling people the hedgers are going to try to get us on 14. You guys asked me Tuesday night what I thought of the close. I said between 15 and 16. It's 15.40. Yeah, Susan, exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm fine with that, too. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm not trying to pump a penny stock or some stock's about to be delisted or that's in bankruptcy court. He's nuts. XX, right. Yeah, they were all getting a kickback from Webull. You're right. Yeah, that was MC Prosperity. What's up? Yeah, they were. They were getting a big kickback. They were getting, every time you opened an account, they were getting stock, right? So a free stock. So yeah, that drove a lot of people to push it, and they got who knows how many people signed up for Webull because of that, because of YouTube influence. Yep, I did. I didn't know Webull had shut off the buy button. I had Fidelity all my life up until I became a smart investor. Yep. Alina, have a good night. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. And thanks for always commenting, Alina. Lou told, Common Sense and Message says, Lou told everyone to switch from the smaller apps to bigger institutions. Okay. This took the squeeze off the smaller broker apps, and they were buying to cover those leaving while it was cheap, he kept saying. Switch to bigger institution. This took the squeeze off the smaller brokers apps, and they were buying to cover. Okay, so if that's the case, why are we going down in price? Al says the amount of PsyOps campaigns in operation right now against us are out of control. I think a lot of people think that that's a big conspiracy theory, like Charles Gasparino. But guys, here's the thing: when we saw that interview with Liz Clayman, he knew he was being an ass. She knew that she had him beat. When he said They think Gary Gensler's coming in to save them. She was like, no, they don't, Charlie. She knows what's up. So, David, I have, So, the list I have is 1, dark pool, 2, PFOF, 3, reporting, 4, conflicts of interest, 5, settlement times, and 6, lobbyists. Those were the top 6 I had. Yep. Yeah, Susan, I just kept Webull. Same thing here. I kept him because I like this setup better. The platform's like a little more user-friendly, I feel. I don't know. Fidelity is just very plain. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I went to Fidelity. Yep. I went back to Fidelity. Yep. But I went in. I sat down with them. They have an office up the road here. So I went down, sat down with them. I let the guy know exactly what was going on, the whole story, and said, I want to make sure that I can put my faith back in this company. And he was like, yep. And I don't know. I've been happy so far. Yeah, the conspiracy, yes. It's right, Al, it's the theory part that is not true. You guys know I've had this on all night and haven't heard one thing come out of them? Ridiculous. I've been listening to this whole thing and I sound muffled the whole time. Yeah, we need some volume. I'm a vet in InfoWars. Everything they said and do is a lie. I'm a vet in InfoWars. Yeah, Al. You don't gotta preach to me, bro. I've had a sneaking suspicion, and this whole thing has just solidified it for me. It's the biggest heist in American history. The American people have been robbed blind for the last 13 years. Actually, longer than that. Because they were starting to rob the cradles of our parents back in the 70s. They've been at it for almost 4 decades now. The Fed's got a money printer that at some point people aren't going to want that green money anymore because it ain't going to be worth shit. You keep printing bills the way you have. Ricky Bobby, I had pretty much the same thing. I think I have like 100 shares left in Webull. All right, Bearded Salve says, just got on, brother. What's your thought on AMC and the MOAS? Conviction is strong and I won't sell, but what's the news or any new updates? All right, so we know that AMC is what got the $50 million in bonds. So they're going to pay down some debt. Their interest rate's going to come down. This next 6 weeks, so next week we have CPI data. That's going to give us some type of indication, I hope, to try to figure out which way is this market heading as we lead up to the first rate hike. Now, right about that time, AMC is going to be up for its Q4 earnings, which is supposed to be the best earnings call probably in the last, 3-4 years maybe, all the way back to 2019. So depending on how those numbers go, there's just so many other things that are outside influences right now on us. Not necessarily attacking AMC or retail, but there's so many underlying things that are at play here. For anyone to try to guess and make estimates like that is just reckless. Like, I don't know if this is this could go on until 4th of July. Till the end of the summer? I don't know. I just know I'm in it for the long haul. It's either 0 or, $50K for me. Yeah, there's no other options for me now. I am locked in, and that's it. I'm not going anywhere. So I'll continue to report on factual information And you won't hear dates. I haven't done dates or prices for 10 months that I've had this channel. I'm not going to start now because everyone that's had a date and a time has been inaccurate. Clearly. So for someone to come out and tell you now at this point in the game that they have any idea is lying to you. But I believe in it. But I believe in the MOAS. I believe some unknown catalyst will come along, whatever it happens to be, and that our perseverance will pay off. That's just how I feel. And if not, then I'll just fight the whole way going down. Kicking and screaming. Common sense, have a good night, man. Thank you. Buy common investor, dude. Oh, wait. What did someone say about that? They've been at it since the French Revolution. Yeah, exactly. Al says, I'm betting they'll get hit hard come Fed interest rates. Well, I think they've been preparing for that, right? I mean, I'm hoping these prices are baked into the fabric of the market right now with the regression we've seen, the pullback. Jeez. I got MC Prosperity says, I got a great feeling about AMC popping this month. Good, baby. Good. I want it to pop as hard as you do. Fucking smash it. Yeah, man, I appreciate all you guys. Dude, that's the best thing about this is I know all you guys out there are apes who own AMC. That's like, it's the one thing that keeps us all together besides the Constitution is AMC. We all have those two things in common no matter what. Chris, I didn't see Lupe's question. Yeah, Ricky Bobby, I'm probably gonna let a couple hundred shares go as high as they can go. I want to rake in as much cash as I can. This has been a tumultuous time, man. It's been great, but Hammer says, watch the movie The Big Short as a reminder on how bad the system is messed up. Oh yeah, Hammer. Probably everybody on the chat right now has seen Big Short by now. At least once. Felix says, I feel the GME will start the MOAS, then AMC next. I've heard a lot of people say that. That because GME's, well, I guess what's the idea behind that? That GME's float is so much less. Planted Beta says, I'm just going to try to break even at this point. This is going on 2 years. Every YouTuber is doing a pullback on AMC. The ones who hyped us all. Well, man, I wish you luck. It's sad to lose you. But you got to do what you got to do, man. I understand. Amari says, I realize finding a single and available woman here and is like AMC popping this month. But I thought I'd try anyways. Good luck with that, Amari. Tony said smash that like button if you like the MOAS. Tony, you know I've never said smash that like button. Not ever in one video or this is my second live stream, but I've never said smash that like button. Avi used to smash that like button. What's up, AMC family? So Chris said, can you expand on the $29 trillion the government spent bailing out the banks from 2018 to 2010? I think that was essentially Lupe's question. Okay, so apparently what we were fed by our government was that the banks consensus was about $1.7 trillion. between Build Back Better, I believe, not Build Back Better, Jesus. The stimulus package that Obama had and the bailouts from the Fed to the banks. Now, the Levy Institute of Economics at Bard College in New York put in a FOIA request to the Fed to find out what the actual numbers were. And the Fed tried to fight the FOIA request. They didn't want to release the documents. It was over 25,000 documents. Then the Supreme Court said, you have to release them. It's a FOIA request. There's no reason. It's not classified information. It could be sensitive, and the Fed said, we need 10 years, Your Honor, to put the paperwork together. Just like Pfizer said, they need 75 years to get back to the FDA about the booster trials. So, similar narrative. Anyways, so the Fed, the 10 years is up. That's this year, 2022. Now, the Levy report's been out for a while, but I wanted to try to get a copy of the actual documents. But apparently they gave, I think the estimate was about $8 trillion between Chase and Morgan are together now. Then you have Citi, BOA, just think of some other big banks out there, guys. Basically, all the big six got over $8 trillion just between the banks. Then we gave an additional $9 to $10 trillion to bail out other countries' banking systems. We gave $1.7 trillion to Germany, $1.5 to England, almost $3 trillion, I think, to Japan. The total was $29 trillion that we're on the hook for right now with the Fed. $29 trillion is a pretty roundabout estimate. I pulled up the report and I started reading it the other day. And I told you guys I'd come back and do a follow-up video to when I find out what exactly is on there. And I did call Bard to try to ask to see the documents, and they haven't gotten back to me yet. But they said more people than me had called asking for them, and they put me on a list. That was on Thursday of last week. So I can just go by what they printed in their report, but it's not the same as having the documents that came with the FOIA request. So that's why I said take it with a grain of salt, but it looks like that is the figure. So it is the biggest heist of the American people ever. It's the biggest bank robbery ever. They have been partying with $29 trillion for the last 12 years of taxpayers' dollars. And you wonder why right now we're paying $6 for a bottle of milk or $4 for gas or I can't even find milk. How about that? And it's up 50%. Yeah, I don't worry about AMC. I worry about the broader market. So with Jeffrey Rocha says, so with all the hype and conspiracy theories that the storage facility was maliciously started, what would come of it if it were proven? The affirmation would not start the MOAS, correct? Jeffrey, I don't think so. First of all, we could prove it's an arson. Did Ken Griffin set the fire? Did a homeless guy, leave his burger on too long? He was cooking over an open pit? I don't know. It could have been a fire started maliciously, or it could have been, an accident that appears to be arson. Who knows? I don't think that would happen, though. I don't think the news of the fire itself. No. If it was found to be arson, people should go to jail and pay whatever the charges are. I guess they'd have to find out what type of, what were they, he'd have to be interrogated, find out what were they trying to get rid of. AIG, yeah, Johnny, of course. Yep. Absolutely. Michael Bryan says, USA has to stop bailing out businesses. Capitalism works because weak and obsolete companies die and get replaced. Imagine if back in 2008, instead of the Fed bailing out all the big banks, they took that money and paid off everyone's house. What if going forward, That's not allowed to happen anymore. Maybe we just gotta stop fighting for changes, guys. That's what I believe. So Chris says, so that's 29 trillion the Fed is on the hook for to pay back to the economy with less than a few trillion cash in circulation. Wow. Yeah, I think they said it's $1 trillion in cash actually circulating per day. Now, Chris, that's digitized ledger money as well as actual physical currency. So David said, in 12 years, you will learn that we are in the biggest heist right now, probably 100 trillion this go around. Yep. Yeah, Ken Griffin ain't setting fires. Unless it's at his, Vermont ski chalet. Lupe said 29 trillion, it's a lot of money. Yeah. No. You won't hear the story in the media. They won't cover it. No, of course not. Of course not. You will not hear about it. J-Dub says, I'm just asking about squeeze brackets. I know we haven't squeezed yet, but asking if keeps me hyped to hear numbers. Yeah, I know, man. Jay, I get that, right? You get hyped up hearing the numbers, right? Yeah, I get that. I see how that can be enticing. How people throwing these big numbers out there keep you wanting to hear more. You get hyped up. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, J-Dub, I have never done that before since April when I started my channel. Not that there's anything wrong with giving brackets, but it's really up to every individual person. And especially until we start heading the other direction right now, I'm not calling out shit. Past my bedtime. Good night, all. I'm still holding for y'all. Susan, I'm holding for you too. Good night, girl. See you. Have a good night. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. That's my point. So I'm not sure why it's such breaking news other than another tactic from the all-right nefarious hedgies. They aren't being punished for anything they've done until now. It's breaking news because the figure was off by 20 trillion. That's why. And we're trying to figure out how inflation is skyrocketing as we come out of the pandemic. We should be going the opposite direction, but we're actually regressing. Opinionated asshole says, that's right. This AMC can be 2008 all over again. Meme stocks can be what the real estate was. Largest transfer of wealth from retail. Dude, I've been saying that since day one, opinionated asshole. I preached that. I really did. I said this is a game changer here for, the little guy. No, Al, they don't. People don't really consider that. The over-leveraging of derivatives. They don't. It's inconceivable, the numbers. Lou's Twitter got vaporized. It's probably one of his fake accounts. It's probably not the real Lou. Although he did pick up his passport Friday, so I don't know. No problem, Jeff. No problem. By the way, if you want that info, if you go to, it's probably about a 16-page report that they broke it all down, where all the money went, which countries got what, which banks got what. They broke it all down. It's really it was well written. But yeah, Bard College, Levy Institute of Economics has the report. What made FB drop so hard and fast like that? Their earnings were terrible. They came in way under. Meta had terrible earnings. Terrible. Julia says, game changer. More people are aware of this corrupt market. Yeah, slowly but surely, Julia. We're working our way around, the watering holes, and it's a slow and steady fight. Just get up every morning and go back at it. But they're definitely, people are picking up on the corruption between the military-industrial complex trying to get ourselves into a war with Russia and Big Pharma pushing untested vaccines on millions of people who don't want them, but they're threatened to lose their job. And Silicon Valley telling American citizens what they can and cannot talk about, or Justin Trudeau telling the Canadian people what's an acceptable thought. Where are we going with this? Ricky Bobby said, dude, I wish AMC could hit 1 million, but I would go crazy and lose myself. I hope so too, bro. I would be a multi-millionaire if that's true. MC Prosperity. Yeah, I hope so too, man. 5 to 10K. If we get in that zone somewhere, oh, man. But this is the problem with this, right? I was thinking this way from February until July, August. I did this every day with you guys. I thought to my head about what numbers will be going to. And where am I? Let me get some more shares today because I'll sell some in this range. Dude, I did that with you guys for 6 months. I can't put my toe. I can't do it mentally anymore. Just that part of it, right? I'll stay on the other part of it, like what we're trying to do with like the information stuff. But like hyping people up, it's hard for me to do that because there are a lot of hype channels out there too that you can go watch. But you know, I don't know. I have a hard time bullshitting. Okay, so I don't know if this is true or not, but so Alocomex says Lou was talking on his latest video how new DD coming out about documents are fake and misinformation. I haven't seen that yet. What did I say, Julia? You said 1,000,000%. Oh, you're holding to 1,000,000%. I'll hold to 1,000,000% with you. Common Sense Investor, thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. You know I sent you a message, right? Make sure you check. I did send you a message to say send me your email address because I wanted to get you on. So I'll put it up real quick on the screen. Hold on. Let me see. I just got to figure out which one has my email. Concerns, questions, you can always feel free to email me. Yeah, CSI. Thank you, brother. And guys, go check out CSI's channel, definitely. Common Sense Investor. I always say CSI, but... Al, thanks, man. Appreciate you, brother. I wish Mando would get some hair on his balls, though, next episode. I neutered my favorite character in Star Wars. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Julia. Yep. 1,000%. It's been trickling around, but it's definitely starting to get some heat now. And man, I just wish that meeting was before last week, but that's okay. We'll get the word out. Don't worry. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna put in the work. So Al, about Amazon on, look, that's their Amazon's such a huge name. That's recognized, it's such a recognizable. If it's just like watch what happened to the market after Meta reported terrible earnings, and then then Amazon does the opposite. So it does make sense. I believe they're cause and effect. You know, that still does happen in the market. There is some supply and demand, but this is not the same market that we had 80, 60, 50 years ago, guys. This market is rigged. Justice for all. If they'll send it to me, absolutely. It's 25,000 pages. So if they say like we need $400 for it, obviously I'm not gonna be able to grab it. But if they'll let me, or at least get some access to some of it, absolutely I will. Yep. Chris says, I see the same channels for the last several months making videos, still hyping the same exact thing, and the video titles don't even change. It's infuriating. Yeah, man, look, people are making a lot of money, and more power to them out there. But I didn't get into AMC to make money on a YouTube channel and ads. I got into AMC and did a YouTube channel for AMC to squeeze. You guys saw what my pay rate is. So, clearly, that's not what I'm doing here. Hot Dog Water said that fish scale must be fire. No way. You're kidding me. That's true? Vengeance is mine? I don't believe that. That can't be true. That would be... I hope that's a joke. Chat, this isn't him, right? No, this isn't him. Everybody's playing. Interesting. Can anybody find Lou on Twitter, or is he not there? He lives, LOL. No, this isn't him, Julia. This guy's only got 14 followers. This ain't the real Lou. This is the fake Lou. I don't see real Lou's Twitter handle anymore. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know where he went. Anybody being able to find Lou on... Mike O'Brien. Yes, Trey is still in, apparently. He bought $100,000 in shares the other day. Yeah, man, I have no smoke with Trey. Trey was one of the first people that was talking to AMC up and what happened and the corruption and how it wasn't fair. And yeah, I think Trey's pretty solid, man. I've never talked smack about Trey. I think he's genuine, sincere. I don't think it's an act. And I appreciate his service to keeping my freedoms. There aren't people like him around, then we don't have any of this. Fred, that's a good question. I don't know. That's a good question. I guess apparently earlier today, a lot of people were talking about $8 a share. I don't personally see that, but like I said, everyone in this play has been wrong about something at least once. So Lou's new Twitter is Lou versus the English language. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, guys. It'd be under Lou on demand, but it's just a fake one. Was there any other news about AMC on Twitter today? Like anything interesting? I didn't get a chance to look at Twitter at all today. Was there any like news that maybe would help us with some other things? Oh, here's something else on the fire again. Here we go. You may have had news about the fire in Chicago, a major financial hub in the United States and home base of Steel Securities. If not, here is a link. I've done a little digging and have some experience in this. Tinfoil hat time. This might be the same video we saw earlier, guys. Okay, here we go. The fire first broke out at 10 a.m. Thursday at the warehouse, the 1200 block of Humbratch Circle in Brewster Creek Business Park. Code temperature is calculated. Here's what the fire is looking at. It's still burning. Remove debris inside the building for like certain put out the flames. Could take 2 days before the fire is completely out. The fire had appeared under control at one point, but rekindled later in the day, sending firefighters from Bartlett back to the scene in the late afternoon. Firefighters have powered 5,000 gallons of water a minute into the building while fighting the fire. Mayor Dirty Lightfoot. Never mind. The warehouse is the Brewster Creek Business Park and is called Access Storage Facility. Bartlett Fire Chief William Gabranda said the building is total loss. The fire has not spread to any neighboring areas. No injuries have been reported. So it appears that this does have some connection to those guys, but it wasn't mentioned in this article at least. Let's see. Wow, who's this guy? This event triggers off all the conspiracy alarm bells. I'm not a huge conspiracy theorist, so I try to fact check rigorously, and I'm particularly interested in future news releases and information. I will report out what I see come up. Please retweet this for visibility. Well, I'm not going to read this to you guys right now, but I'll probably go back and read it later. I'll just save it. But what's this guy talking about anyways? Yeah, guys, I can't verify any of this information that this guy's putting out there. So if you want to go read it on your own time, that's fine. But I can't verify this stuff. But I can verify this was a good book. All right. Back to chat. The AMC NFT. Oh, sorry. Tendy Time. What's up, brother? Yeah, what's Kenny doing in Finland anyways? What's in Finland? I want to know. I mean, besides Finnish people. Yeah, David, I agree with you. It's basically for us, right? Pretty much. Anyone who's bought into AMC. Michael says, one of my biggest regrets in June was not buying more AMC at $8, so I wouldn't be too upset to get another chance. I prefer to rip from here, but when life hands you lemons, smash lemonade. Not the like button. Smash lemonade. Yeah, definitely. I'll keep that thing for in perpetuity. Connected to whom? Yeah, what is he doing in Finland? Skiing? Maybe he's skiing. I mean, people were trying to act like he was in some clandestine operation to remove him from the country. I don't know where that info came from, but unless someone was watching him proceed down, you know, the aisle onto the tarmac and into the airplane. I have no idea. J-Dub, I believe NFTs will have their place in the economy. They will take a... Oh, that's why. They don't extradite to the United States? Now, that's conspiracy theory right there. Lupe, according to Jeffrey, no, they do not. Finland has a ski resort. They probably have a lot of ski resorts, right? No, Kermit, he's married. He's got a wife. What's her name? Right there. He's got a honey. He's got a wife. Oh. Billionaire Ken Griffin back in court fighting over his prenup. I haven't seen this. When's this from? Oh, this is a long time ago. Yeah, she's pretty. Did you guys see the meme with Ken Griffin and his wife whispering each other's ears? Did you guys see that meme? Let me know in chat if you guys saw that meme. I'm trying to see if I still have it. Oh yeah, I do have it. Oh shit. I'll put this over for you guys so you can see it. Hold on. This is pretty funny. Hold on. Great. Okay, chat. Here we go. Sixth Sun says, Massalorian, what are you going to get if hedgies drop to single digits by more? I got 6K ready just in case. So I have right now I have a little bit of money in dry powder that I'm trying not to touch until the last minute. Yep. Because, man, I mean, I bought back in at 41, then 29, then 27. And it's like, you know, I want to wait till the last possible minute now. I kept saying, oh, this is the last dip we're going to get. This is it. I'm not getting another one. And we kept getting dips. So I tried to just slow down a little bit and not be so, you know, scatterbrained. He's divorced, Felix? He is? Okay. Thanks, man. I don't want to spread FUD. Yeah, that's what I thought, CN. I thought he divorced and remarried. That's what I thought. Edric Wood says, so how low will the price of AMC go Monday? Well, it depends. I mean, didn't we finish up on Friday? We finished up like a percentage point, right? I think tech in some of these other stocks that AMC historically / traditionally follows since the meme stock craze, I think they're going to rally soon. That's what I think. I can't promise that to you, but you know, the market is cyclical. I mean, that's a proven fact. The only difference with 2022 is the rest of the world around the stock market is very different. There are many unique situations all unfolding right now at this current flashpoint in time. Bearded Salvi says, what do I think of rumors of Matt Kors selling out of AMC? I wouldn't be surprised if he sold out. He's set for life. Oh, yeah, Al. The derivatives probably are unfathomable. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I mean, don't you... okay, so let's say that for the past... Let's see. When were we really getting cut down? So that November 24th. So right before Thanksgiving. How many weeks is that? We've had 5 in January plus 1 now is 6, 7 weeks. Okay, so in the last 7 weeks. So how many Gen Z millennials shit their pants over the last 7 weeks and took a heavy loss on a bunch of their positions that probably they learned about on Reddit? How many do you think of them sold out as soon as that knife started falling? Probably a lot. A lot of green new investors probably said, whoa, I don't want any part of this. I just put in $1,000. Now it's $500. They're not stupid. They knew what they were doing. They probably just made a kill in the last 7 weeks. And now what are they going to do? They're going to ride it back up again. That's why I didn't sell one goddamn share of anything. Because fuck them. Like I said, I'd rather see the account rot in the ground than sell at a loss. Says GME apes are on the top of ETF dates and FTDs. They're calling moves. They just have fewer apes, I believe. Lupe says made $1 million. Yeah, I mean, if I was Matt Kors, I don't know. I would find something else to do. I mean, unless he really enjoys what... Whoop. Hey, guys, can you tell me if my signal's down? Are you still seeing me live? Because it just said I lost the feed. Crap. Uh-oh. I think I'm down, dude. I don't think I'm up right now. I can't tell. Can someone tell me in the chat if they can still see and hear me right now? Because the message just came up, said that I lost my feed. Oh, you do? Okay, great. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right, let me get back to the chat. Did I get to the bottom of what the bank Lou said offered him something to sell out of retail? No. I don't know if they've talked to him yet, though. I have no idea. They possibly could have. I haven't heard him address it, though, so I don't know. Thanks, guys. I think my live stream went down for a second. I lost the whole chat. Then something came up that said I don't have enough hard drive space. I don't know anything about this YouTube stuff, so that's like, I don't know what that means. But now I see all you guys. Cool. Awesome. Okay. The new Mandalorian gunfighter seems nice. Cobb Van... Oh, who? Who's the new Mandalorian gunfighter? Kermit the Frog. Kermit Frog. I'm going to have to tell you a story sometime. Not on a live chat, though. But I'm going to tell you a story about Kermit. Yeah, so now all you guys' messages just came up. Like 150 in a row saying we can hear you and see you, but I just got all of them at once. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's get to the bottom of the chat again so I can get live. Yeah, that was really weird. Okay. Let's see. Yes, we see you. Lou is suing a lot of YouTubers. He's not suing me. I guarantee. Almost every video I ever made of Lou was from Lou's videos. I just cut, dragged it over, and dropped it onto my editing software. I let him hang himself. I didn't do it. Tendy time. I got dry lips, man. I got dry lips. So good luck coming after me to sue me. Oh, Cad Bane. Cad Bane. Yeah, dude. He's the nastiest, well, from prequel era bounty hunter. And he actually trained Boba Fett. He mentored him for a while. But dude, they snipped Boba's nuts. He's Beta Fett now. They destroyed my favorite character of all time. He might be suing the Ape Father. I don't know. Ape Father said stupid things that he couldn't back up with facts. I went and did all the research before I started talking. Kermit Frog says, do I think AA was mistaken when he said retail owned 83% of the float? No, I don't believe that. No. But when was that? The last number I heard was about 71%. That was right around November time, end of November. So he has a whole page dedicated to his lawsuits on his websites. Oh God. Dude, he loves drama. I know everyone says I love drama for bringing him up, or I want clicks or whatever, but I swear he always comes out guns blazing. I mean, what is the rest of YouTube supposed to do? Just sit back and say, yeah, Lou's right, we all suck. None of us are holding, we're all trying to fuck you guys. Right, Dave, exactly. Exactly, Dave. Yeah, good luck suing me, bro. You want to take my credit debt on? Have fun. You're going to end up paying. Yeah, I just think that Richie said some dumb things. He mixed up things, and and just Richie doesn't think all the time things through. So like he did rip off some people, but they weren't old ladies. Like he added that. So now not only to take away from his credibility, but it's not actually true. And so if Lou wants to get specific, he can, because we don't know that he ripped off any elderly ladies. All of the names of his victims were redacted or have been sealed. So there's no way to know what their ages were or anything. Trust me. I looked hard. Apparently, Jawa's not Harry. I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. That chick is good in that. Ripley, she's good in that role. Kermit Frog, thanks, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. I did see something about him wanting to make that coin. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I miss, well, I guess it's not Slave 1 anymore. You know what? I'm just going to call it Slave 1. When I hear Slave 1, certain things come to mind. Like a ship, movie theaters, bounty hunters. That's what I think of when I hear Slave 1. I don't know why anyone would think anything differently. If you hear Slave 1, it's a proper name of a ship. But Disney, they love losing money. They love losing money. D, thank you very much. I'm extremely tired. We are 20 minutes away from 4 hours live, and I spent the last 8 hours getting set up. Do I play poker, Kermit Frog? Yeah, I do. Yep, I do. Yep. And I do a lot of playoff football betting. So for the last 6 weeks, while the market's been sucking, the dogs have been juicy. Man, NFL dogs have been crushing it. And I love the Bengals Sunday to win outright. But I'll take the points if you're going to give them to me. So, Bearded Salve. The truth of Lou being a felon is yes, he pleaded guilty to a felony charge, count 2, mail fraud, wire fraud. He was extradited back to the United States from Dominican Republic. He spent 9 days in a prison down there. And he's been released since then. And I'm pretty sure he's paid his restitution, the $75,000, because he got his passport back last week that he'd been asking for, but the judge had denied it. I think because, he was in the hole. They had to go down and get him. He didn't come back on his own to pay back the money. He was extradited. He spent time in a Dominican prison because he didn't want to turn himself in. So they had to come looking for him. Get woke, go broke, Disney. Exactly. No, I got Cincy, brother. I'm taking Cincy. I love Cincy in the points. Love them. I love them to win outright, but I'll take the points. Yep. Probably another 20 minutes. I'll probably stay on till like 4 hour. We'll do a 4-hour live stream. All right, Tenny Time. Good night, man. Thanks for coming by, brother. Appreciate you. Guys, go check out Tenny Time sometime. His channel, TENDITIME. How much of Wall Street is CIA? Who knows? We don't even know the names of the people, some of the people who have died in the service of the CIA. There's just a star on a wall. So who's working at Wall Street to the CIA? I have no idea. Al, who was I think Julia was saying earlier that the only thing she would trust going forward after this, if things don't change, would be, just riding the spy. Which is fine if you're not trying to be hyper aggressive. And look, guys, in this market, it's too rigged to try to beat the system. It's not based on supply and demand. Then you can't properly predict things. If all the numbers and paperwork was out there about what everyone was doing across the board, we could have a consensus at the end of the day on the entire market and what's going on. But when has that ever happened? There's always 2 days to settle this and 4 days. Everything's always in some type of limbo. How can you beat a system that's played like that? Edric Ward said, the movie that I'm going to have produced after this ish is all over. Is going to be the best movie in the history of the movies. You have a script, Edric? Good night, CN. Thank you for coming by, man. I appreciate you, brother. We're hodling, right? Keep hodling. Whoa, it's almost 1 in the morning. Yeah, guys, I'm probably going to hit the bed really soon. I'm beat. Guys, good night, good night. Dude, you guys don't have to don't super chat me. Good night, David. Have a good night. It's all about winning the next election. D, you're my longest subscriber. Thank you. You've been subscribed with me for one of the longest times. I couldn't have done this without you. You're one of my first supporters. Thank you. That seems like a lifetime ago, right? Almost a year. Al says, yeah, Al, it's very possible. And a lot of these kids have never seen one of those, so it could get scary. Good night, Mike Clark. I'm hodling with you, bro. Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, they are. They are making a movie, Julia. I saw the trailer. You want me to see if I can pull it up and play it? If they demonetize me, who cares? What am I going to make, like $3 tonight? Let me see. Hang on, guys. I'm just trying to pull this up for you. Oh, it already hit the theaters? Good night, Kermit Frog. Thanks for coming by, man. Appreciate you guys. Good night, Beard Salve. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you guys. Guys, good night. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you guys for supporting each other. Thanks for holding for each other this whole time. Guys are the best crew to rock with. Thank you. Yes, MC Prosperity. Absolutely, they have been. Yep. Good night, Collie Abrams. Do I know how to say goodnight in German? I don't. I'll find out, Carl. Don't worry. Don't tell me. I'll have it for next live stream. I'll have goodnight in German. I don't know goodnight, right? Just good day, yeah. Edric, that's cool, man. Let me know what it's about. Let me know what it's about. I'm a big movie fan. Yeah, guys, apparently this got released this week, I guess. I didn't know. Has anyone seen this?
What's going on, everybody?
Joining us, the original participants of the GameStop trade.
To see what was going to happen before it happened.
It may be game over for major retailer GameStop.
You don't have to be a financial expert to be a good trader.
You have to be interested in what you're doing, not just in it to make
money. Cheers, everybody.
Price had gotten down below $4. It just made no sense.
The market had this huge misperception.
Yeah, I know you're looking at me.
People are just roasting the company.
How are they still in business?
I had a thesis.
The PS5 and the Xbox Series X are coming out next year.
Clearly, this brand is not dead, it's vibrant. And this was about to reinvigorate it.
No chance it was going to bankrupt. Zero.
The stock was ready to explode.
Game changing.
Good night, guys. Thank you.
This is going to be the biggest short squeeze in history.
We can use shares against Wall Street
To destroy a hedge fund.
Whatever.
GameStop is killing it!
To the moon.
They played the game better than I played the game. That's it. This one particular stock.
Mr. Gale, your oral testimony.
a few things I am not. I'm not a cat.
My friends created a revolution.
It's like the villagers storming the castle. David and Goliath story.
Interesting. Okay. Has anyone seen it? Good night, MC Prosperity. This is the way. We need Hollywood to step up and make better movies. These guys are documentary filmmakers. We need the people who have tens of billions of dollars to stop pitching these shit screenplays that are all based off, changing people's skin color and genders for Superman and, bisexual Batwoman and the whole rest of it. Forget it. Obviously, no one's going to see these movies. Look at the box office numbers. See, I appreciate you guys, man. Honestly, you guys keep me alive and sane. I'm not joking. Yeah, man, we gotta circulate good vibes. We gotta. It's the only way we're gonna you know, be able to hold out this long and keep this thing going. Yeah, me too. Chris said, I quote Jackson Hunter, I'm more interested in the sequel. Right, me too. Me too. I want that the lease for a studio. Then we can have everybody come into the studio and do an interview. That would be so awesome. I would love to do that. Yeah, Dave, exactly. Our Squeeze movie, right. We haven't squeezed yet, you know? Those guys already made their millions. We haven't. Yeah, Dave, they got to start adapting, though, right? They got to switch it up to some... I mean, if they're going to keep putting this kind of material out, I'm not going to say it, but you know what's up. Exactly, Edric. All right, sounds good, man. Sounds good. Or maybe it was Superman, Julie. I don't remember. But I'm like, really? All of a sudden, he just decided after, 65 years. You know what I'm talking about, Julia. You know what I mean. I don't know what the new Batman is, but he's something weird. He's got some weird things going on. An unnatural. God bless the truck convoys, 100%. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Canada man, we love you. You are setting this. You are setting down the blueprint for how to get things done. So, I'm sure none of you will ever see this, but thank you guys for all the sacrifices you're making right now to make sure that we don't turn into an authoritarian, China West. So, thanks to those people. MC, there's very little news about it, especially like fact-based news. Like the word arson's being thrown around, but no fire officials have said arson yet. Yeah, Dave, exactly. Right. Oh, Chicago Fire, the TV show? Guys, I never said I was very smart. I never said that. I never said I was smart at all. Chicago Fire. Oh, man. I think I'm tired. I need to get some rest. I really am tired. Yeah, it's 1 in the morning here. Mandates are ended. Movie theaters are going to do even better business. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we just got to, there's changes a coming, I believe. There is changes a coming. I think so. I think there are changes coming. I hope. We ain't going to make it this way. The government's ready to roll us over and run us over and not even look in the rearview mirror to see if we're still twitching. I'm trying to see if he's really gone, but yeah, I guess so, huh? All right, guys. Looks like the chat slowed down again, so I'm probably gonna start to wind this down. Yeah, definitely gonna do that. I am definitely gonna do that. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. It's been 3 hours and 55 minutes, and I'm pretty beat. So we'll do it again next week. Don't worry. I'll have a video out for tomorrow night. there's a couple things that I was working on earlier before I got tied up with all the live stream stuff. So I will say goodnight to you all, and thank you guys, everyone who stopped by. If you don't mind hitting the like button on the way out, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys, each and every single one of you. This is Ape Nation. I'm the Massalorian, and I'm out.